What up, lifers? What up, lifers? What up, lifers? It's Dave Life. It's Dave Life. You're watching the After Dark podcast, episode number 302. The After Dark podcast, episode number 302. What do men and women really want? What do men and women really want? Look, man, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us tonight. So I want to say thank you for that. I appreciate that. Let's start this off like we always do, y'all, the right way. Heavenly Father, have your way, Lord. I pray that you would speak to your people. Father, I pray that you would help to enlighten us, entertain, and inform us. I pray, Lord, that it would be less of me and more of you. I just get out of the way. I give this whole show over to you. Thank you for all of the blessings you give us. Forgive us for our sins that we've committed by both commission and omission. Charge it to our heads and not our hearts. And we'll give you all the praise, glory, and honor in Jesus' name. Amen, amen, and amen. Yeah. We here, man. We in the building. We in the building. Again, it's your boy Dave's Life, man. Welcome back on this Valentine's Day Eve. Welcome back on this Valentine's Day Eve. If y'all want to support Dave Life After Dark and Dave Life TV, you can hit us on Cash App. It's pinned below. Cash App is pinned below. $ Dave Life TV. Venmo is also pinned below. At Dave Life. Make sure you hit us up. Send us some coffee money. Send us a little wine money. I smoke hookah from time to time. Send a little hookah money. We'll get the tips to everyone that you designate. And with that being said, look, make sure y'all subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you haven't seen it yet, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and we're live. Let's bring in our usual cast of characters to help me out tonight. I see my brother from another mother in the building. Look like he's ready to go. All right, let's bring him to the stage, man. We cutting right to it tonight. My man, brother Sherrod. What up, Sherrod? Unmute for me, Sherrod. Unmute for me, brother. You gotta unmute. Unmute. There you go. There he is.
Eagles, Eagles, baby. Eagles.
Hey, man. Shout out to the Eagles, man. Congrats to the Eagles. Congrats to the Eagles, man. Congrats to your Philadelphia Eagles, man. They did it. They did it in strong fashion.
They did, sir. They did.
Mahomes was shook, brother.
Hey, you know what they say? They never should have gave y'all niggas a team.
Well, shout out to Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, man.
Absolutely.
I'm proud of them brothers. They got it done, man. They got it done.
Yes, sir. They did.
And we can talk about this when everybody jumps up here. But I enjoyed the halftime show tremendously.
It was super dope. Super dope. Super insightful. Are your eardrums open for listening? Are your eardrums christening? Shout out to De La Soul. Like, did you see and hear the real message that was being sent? Also, absolutely, bro.
Yeah, there was a lot of messages. Hey, let's get some more of the usual cast of characters up. Hey, man, I see Auntie in the building. Everybody calls her Auntie. She's the Auntie of the show. I can't say Auntie. She my sister from another mister. Come on to the stage, video lady Yvette.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy pre-Valentine's Day. I didn't ask y'all. Do y'all have a Valentine?
I don't believe in Valentine's Day.
You don't?
I don't celebrate Valentine's Day. I might get a couple of cards and stuff like that, but like as far as, because I don't believe in one day of celebration. I think it's a season. And I truly, if you know the essence of Valentine's Day, you might not celebrate it either. So
yeah,
that's just my personal. That's for me in my house.
I'm not mad at
you with that royal purple on though, Vet.
Yeah,
absolutely. I see that.
Yeah, looking very much like royalty, like Prince.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yvette, you got a Valentine's?
Yeah, I do. Oh, I'm on here with y'all. I was supposed to put some plans together. I'm supposed to be on here making reservations. I hope I can still get into my spot.
Listen, tell me about it. I'm over here like, oh Lord, I gotta figure something out. And speaking of which, we got a queen. We got a queen in the building. In fact, you're a queen, Yvette. You're a queen. But before I bring up the queen, I'm gonna bring up a goddess. This woman right here is from Jamaica. She goes by the name of Jamaican Goddess, and she is she's the truth teller on the show. She asks great questions. Dave, can I ask a question? And then she take us into a whole another 30 minutes of the show. Come on to the stage. This is Susie Pye. What's up, Susie?
Hey everybody, happy early Valentine's Day. My Florida girl right there.
Day. Happy pre-Valentine's Day. You always ask insightful questions. You've been doing that since After Dark was on Instagram. You always ask great questions, and I can always count on you for that. How you been,
people? I'm great. How are you? I know you're good.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
And you know what, Susie Pie, you take amazing pictures too, close to a serene.
Hey, listen here.
I'm just
cut it out. Cut it out, Foot. Cut it out, Mr. Foot.
Take amazing.
He out of control. All right,
what's up? You tell Lyric she on YouTube.
Hey, Lyric, you on YouTube? You know that? You about to be famous.
And your bonnet. And your bonnet.
Hey, that. We're gonna have to scrub the whole
Daddy.
She's
doing it right. She's taking care of Daddy.
You gotta ask. It ain't nothing that's implied. I mean, it's specified. Trust me.
There it is.
I'll tell y'all one day the difference between a specified task and an implied task.
Hey, y'all, hold on. I want to say shout out to everybody on YouTube. I mean, on the gram. I see Gary Art is in here. Gary Miller Art is in here. I see Chanel Lynette is in here. I see Jessica M is in here. Hey, man, shout out to everybody that's watching on Instagram. But I'm going to tell y'all this. IG, come on over to YouTube. It's a better experience on YouTube. You see everything. It's in full HD. We good to go. So come on over to YouTube. All right, I got a queen in the building. She's my queen. And she's here. She's going to join us tonight. She's been getting more and more active on Instagram. She has a Reels page, and she already got over within a week it was 500 followers. Now she over 700. So I already told her she the star of DaveLifeTV. Come on to the stage, baby. This is my queen, Destiny.
Hey guys, I'm with Sherrod. Go Eagles.
Hey, yeah. You know that South Jersey Philly connection is like all her family was going for Philly.
You know it.
We really
just say Jersey. You know, I'm a Jersey girl too. Yes.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Jersey girl.
I forgot about that.
We know what's up.
Shout out to Jersey. Shout out to Jersey. Shout out to Philly. Hey, so look, y'all all know I'm a Bears fan. So all my friends, let me look y'all in the eye. All my friends that know I'm a Bears fan, don't get mad when I support the Eagles. I supported the Eagles for my homeboy Sherrod when they went the last time. I supported for my wife. Now I got my wife. So don't say shit to me when I wear Eagles. Right? I'm still Bears, but it's Eagles too up in this household. I had to make that clear.
You could have two teams. You could even have three. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some places. Some places you come from, it's kind of hard, Yvette. You kind of, you stick to the mold. You know what I'm saying?
You know, that's just like, those Giant fans and those Mets fans, they just stay loyal, whether they there or not. They just got to hang in. But so in the meanwhile, you vote for somebody else until yours people get in there.
Bad girl Alicia's in the building. What's up, Alicia? Alicia's one of my day ones from Instagram. Alicia used to come through and disrupt. She would just disrupt, just cause problems. But she actually had great questions. And she would always challenge the people in the Alicia would have a show within the show. That's what we do. She'd be in the comments on the show. So shout out to Alicia.
Hey, Alicia.
You know what, y'all? We need to cut straight to it. Somebody told me, they said, hey man, I like some of your content where you jump straight in. And I'm like, well, this is a panel show. So I like to introduce people, get y'all comfortable. Make sure you got a glass of wine, get your drink of choice. Everybody in here, something to drink. And just enjoy yourself. We here. Water's cool. You know what I'm saying? And whatever you want is good. Boom. All right. So tonight's episode is episode 302. Shout out to everyone that was here on episode 300. We didn't make a big fanfare out of it, but we're still pressing on. And we appreciate everyone that has been here over the last 100 episodes. I think we did last year on Instagram. We might have started on episode 220. So we might have did 80 episodes last year. Maybe no. Let me take that back. 52 a week, once a week. Yeah, we probably might have been around episode 240 when we started. So I'm sure we did over 50 episodes last year. So thank you everybody for supporting. Now, what do men and women really want? That's the question for tonight. What do men and women really want? And before I just let y'all go at it and tell me what y'all want, I'm gonna pick an example. You know what? It's 3 ladies on the show. That's what I'll do. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 word answer only. It's a speed round. What do men really want? All of y'all can give 1 answer. Shirai, you'll go last. What do men really want? 1 answer. What do men really want most?
Wait. In terms of,
I'm doing. Don't you doing the lawyer thing, baby? I'm keeping it nebulous. I just want them to give an answer because I'm keeping it nebulous. Okay, just track with me.
In terms of
all
what?
right.
No. You know what? That's a good question.
But I'm leaving it out there. I'm throwing out. This is the setup. This we're gonna get into it. This is this setup. Okay. So Susie Pie, 1 word answer. What do men really want most? You said peace. All right, Destiny. 1 word.
Money.
Sherrod.
What do men really want?
Men. 1 word.
Respect.
Yvette.
Support.
Peace, money, respect, support. Y'all forgot. And since after dark, I'm gonna say
I used sex, but I didn't want to say sex.
Well, you had your chance. I'm gonna say it. Pussy.
You didn't say in terms of what. Like you threw us into the universe.
I did that on purpose. All right,
no.
I purposely didn't say that because that's a given. We already know that's what they want.
Y'all qualifying. Round table. What do women really want? Sherrod, 1 word. One word.
I'm a woman and I'm looking like Sherrod.
Compassion.
Okay. Yvette.
I can't even say the word.
Did you say dick?
No, I did not.
She don't even use that word. She said penis.
No, I did not.
Penis.
That's a favorite word. What's your favorite word?
No.
Penis.
Yvette, we got over 30 episodes where you talking about penis.
But that's not it though. That's not
okay. What
it.
You don't one word, Yvette. What do women want most?
Plumbers.
How do you say that? Sugar boogers. I'm just saying.
Plumbers.
What's the word? I'm trying to figure out how to say it in 1 word.
Plumbers. Say plumbers.
Okay, Sherrod. No. What was your word, Sherrod, for what women want? You said
compassion.
Compassion. All right, Susie.
Understanding.
Security.
Compassion, understanding, security. Baby, what do women want most?
Autonomy.
Autonomy. I'll say security.
That's a good word.
I almost, you know what? Because somebody else said security, I'll use my other word, comfort.
No, because what I want to say is not in 1 word. Only because me and my sister literally, before you said what the conversation was going to be about, me and my sister was talking about relationships and men and
plumbers.
Things like that.
So relationship and men with that are plumbers, or
should ride on this laying a pipe plumber analogy.
No.
Alicia said peace. I think she might have been saying men want peace. Shout out to somebody new. What's up, Valley Girl? Valley Girl said intimacy.
Yes.
I think intimacy is what women want. Loyalty is probably what men want, unless she's saying women want loyalty, like, don't you?
I think she means women want loyalty.
Okay.
Yeah, we do.
Does anybody know who Valley Girl is? Shout out to Valley Girl.
Don't know, but loyalty is one of those things. It's not just about cheating. It's more to the word of loyalty. there's so many other things about loyalty. You know, like I watch Drink Kings a lot, and they always ask the people that are on there, what's more important, loyalty or respect?
Oh yeah, on Drink Champs. Yep.
It's just so deep if you really dissect it and really understand what they're asking. Those are two deep questions. Which one's more important, loyalty or respect?
Okay.
Sherrod, do you think there's a language, there's really a womanese language?
A womanese language?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because loyalty means something different to men and women. So, okay, just asking.
Absolutely, I do. Yep, I do.
Well, wait a minute. Now, I do want to get to the topic.
Then.
Mm-hmm. Loyalty then?
Mm-hmm. I completely agree. Yes, and I know
I would have to
from.
say loyalty because I don't even.
Loyalty falls under my security umbrella.
But that's why
I
always
that
say
word
respect
tends to has been misconstrued and people use it in the wrong way, and I don't think everybody understand what respect really is and what it really means. But loyalty, you can't mess that up. You can't mess up loyalty. It's just something that you just do.
Yes, you can.
It's something that you just.
Yes, you can. You
can't be loyal.
You could be loyal to a person.
Different meanings.
Yep. You could be loyal to a person and disrespect them. Absolutely, you can.
Mm-hmm. No, I didn't say disrespect them. I said mess it up. I said loyalty is just
some people think you could step out.
Okay, let me ask you.
Some people think you could step out as long as you don't leave.
Let me ask you a question, and I don't want to take away from the topic.
Last, what they call it? They call it a squirrel or Spencer.
Sidebar. Oh,
last sidebar. Last sidebar. Then we going.
Vet, let me ask you a question. Were you loyal to your parents growing up, or did you respect them?
I have an answer. I have an answer.
No. I'm asking Vet.
Because I don't know what the loyalty. Because I'm saying loyalty over respect because they can be different. So
that was my question. Were you loyal to your mother, or did you respect your mother?
I respect my mother.
Okay, so that lets me know you weren't loyal to her.
I respect my mother.
Okay,
you respected your mother enough to be loyal. You wasn't loyal enough to respect her.
No, because you said, how could you be? I said, I'll take loyalty over respect. And that's why I'm saying that. Because I can be loyal to you and not respect you. I mean, no, I could, because everybody means look at respect differently.
There you go. No, you said it.
With my parent, but see, with your parent, that's hard to say because of the fact that you are being your own individual person. So you're not always going to agree with the things that they believe that you're supposed to do. They can guide you and direct you in the way that you're supposed to go. Doesn't mean you're going to always follow it because
that's
you
loyalty.
have your own.
If you respect them, then you'll follow their teachings.
Not always.
Let me jump in because we could debate all night. We can debate all night. What I want to discuss, and listen, I acknowledge that there are nuances to each word. And I also acknowledge something Susie said. I'm going to put you on the spot right quick. Susie, you said different words mean different things to women and men because you said there's a such thing as womenese. Like you say, when people say, hey, I'm from Japan, I speak Japanese, right? Do you speak womanese? I knew what you meant because shout out to my homeboys, Jermaine, Main Manifest. He always says, Dave, I'm fluent in womenese. He says that a lot. All right.
Like girl math, like they call it like girl math. Yeah.
Girl math is like womanese, except womanese is a language and girl math is a logic. It's like how women process. Mansplaining. Mansplaining is like womanese. It is man talk. How men talk or how men explain. Right. And I guess man logic would just be man logic. Same thing as woman logic or girl logic. All right. So having said all that, y'all, since Destiny's the queen, baby, I'm gonna ask you, should I go? I have 3 directions. I can go with the men, the women, or the in the middle of the clips we're about to watch. You want me to focus on the man clip, the woman clip, or the in the middle clip?
Are you eventually going to do all 3? Or you just
doing all 3?
Okay, let's start with the man clip.
Oh, you want to go with the man clip?
Yvette,
Look
that
at
was an
that.
example of respect, not loyalty just now.
Okay.
That's what that was. Prime time.
Okay.
Dave Life After Dark.
After
Oh
dark.
Lord Jesus. Jesus gonna help me tonight.
Okay. Check this out, y'all. This is a clip. Why men are choosing pretty energy over a pretty face. Pretty
Fuck
energy
yeah.
over a pretty face.
Pretty women a pass like we used to. We're looking for pretty energy. Like men are willing to forego the pretty face if the energy is right. That we don't want a 8, 9, 10 in the face, but a 2 or 3 in the energy. We're no longer impressed with what you didn't do yourself. I mean, you hit the DNA lottery, but it doesn't have value when there's nothing behind it. There's no character. Pretty gets you in the door. It doesn't keep you in the house.
Yeah.
We don't really give pretty women a pass like we used to.
Pretty gets you in the door. It doesn't keep you in the house. When we mentioned what men wanted, I said coochie just because I knew where I was going with it. But I don't think any of us said pretty or beauty. And you know, men always talking about we want a pretty woman. But it's funny. I don't think any of us 5 use the word pretty or gorgeous or even fine. Right? Do you remember what y'all said a man wants? Can everybody give me their answer real quick? I forgot everyone's.
I said respect.
Peace.
Respect. Peace.
Money.
I said peace.
Money. And Yvette, what'd you say? Loyalty. And I said coochie. Coochie's the closest thing we pick to a body or a physical thing like a face. So
No, I disagree with you.
You are the only one.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
Okay. What else?
And man looking for pussy now. Don't get it twisted. That's a foregone conclusion.
No, he was the only one that gave a physical answer.
Because for men it's instant. Like we know that we
Oh,
like
you
what
took
we
it for
see.
granted. You just bypassed.
Right.
it.
So did I. So did I. That's why
I told somebody one time, I'm never gonna be with an ugly chick. That's a foregone conclusion. That's a part of my mantra. I'll never be with a chick that doesn't look good. Because that's what I like. So I'm already gonna be attracted to that anyway. Now, it's just like he just said, and that boy was right.
He was on it, wasn't he?
Listen here. If I can show you, listen, if you show me one dime, I can show you 19 niggas that don't want to fuck with him. If you show me one dime, I can show you 19 men who do not want to deal with her. Period. Pretty girl privilege is out the window. They'll deal with them for a while, but they're not going to, if you don't have nothing else to offer. I agree.
Someone said back in the day, Halle Berry is a man out there that's sick of her mess, even though she Halle Berry, even though she's gorgeous, and that's not to shoot down Halle Berry. That's not to shoot down women. What's that's to say is that, like he just said, the brother in the clip, pretty can get you in the door, but it won't keep you there.
That's true.
Right? Because you know, physical beauty fades.
Yes.
And I tell you something else. I don't care how, like he said, the DNA pool, you won the DNA lottery, you got great genetics, right? I don't care how pretty. Yes, Yvette, what's up? Yeah, go.
No, finish your thought, and then I will. Yeah.
Okay, I see Yvette. I don't care how much you won the DNA lottery and your genetics are great. If your attitude sucks, or your energy or your thought process sucks, then I'm sorry. That takes away from your beauty. Men will say, man, I don't care how fine she is. She got a funky attitude, or she's this or she's that. Okay, go ahead, Yvette. You had something.
All right. So back in the day, I used to I would always ask guys, what would you prefer? Do you want the eye candy on your arm that's pretty, but ice princess? Or do you want that smart woman who may not look so good, but she's smart, you know, and she ain't nothing good to, great to look at, but she's passable, but she also knows how to make you feel good in bed. Which one would you want?
Hold on, ma'am. He said some things there, and I got to break this down. I
used
can't.
to ask everybody this question.
it.
Then there's another question I used to ask.
I definitely want Shiraz's answer. But Yvette, Yvette, we got to be real clear on what we're saying.
Okay.
Are we saying she's okay?
Okay, exactly. She's
or
okay.
Are we saying she's not attractive to us at all? And some
No,
men would say,
okay, she's just not eye candy. She's, like, cause like you look for the pretty, she fine, she got that ass popping,
Show it again, Sherrod. Show it again. Show it again, Sherrod. Oh man. He said hand raiser. Okay, let Yvette land her plane. Let Yvette land her plane, and Sherrod can answer.
Sherrod always got some.
He always
and what's up, Jamal? No,
shout out to Jamal.
She's not. She's doesn't have the fine ass or the nice body and everything, but she's extremely a smart woman. Like, she knows how to get things done. Whereas the pretty girl, she just might be just that. She's pretty, nice body, but she can't get things done. You ask her what to do, and she don't know how to do nothing. Where the okay girl, she's always got the answers. She's gonna be by your side when trouble goes down. She knows what to do. She's that I got charge. I could take charge. Whereas the pretty girl, she's like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. Wimpy. So.
But you said the mediocre girl is also good in bed. Remember, you said that.
Right. And the mediocre girl is also good in bed, with a pretty girl is not. She's a nice princess because you're supposed to do all the work.
Damn, man, y'all, come on. Damn. The girl pretty, and she's not worth nothing. Damn.
Yvette, what do you consider?
She's a mannequin.
And apparently a bump on the log mannequin, babe. Just not smart. She just cute. Dang.
You like the way that feel, babe? Yeah.
Oh God. No, God, please.
Oh my God.
Nothing worse than that. Let me shut up. You know what? Sherrod, I gotta remember I'm married. I almost went into a story. I'm married. Me, I gotta relax.
I got some stories, so don't worry about it. That's why they call stories. It's a reflection on history.
That's right.
Yes. Okay.
Bet, what do you consider yourself?
Cool.
Gorgeous.
Y'all don't even need to know that.
See what I mean?
Y'all do not need to know.
No.
This is going viral. I can't tell y'all those things.
And your hair looks really good, Yvette.
No. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because if my vibrate, I'm not going to answer the question that you think I'm going to answer it. I'm going to answer it very differently than you think. Number one. So here we are, right? I'm going to answer your question first. It depends on where that man is at in his life and on his journey and his age. That plays a big part in what he considers and what he wants. The same woman I might have wanted when I was 20, 21, 22, 30 is not the same woman I wanted in my 30s, and it's not the same woman I wanted in my 40s. If I haven't grown with that person, and if that person hasn't grown with me. Now, with that being said, Teddy told you years ago, don't trust a big butt and a smile. Every man on the planet trusts a big butt and a smile. And if they tell you they don't, they lying. They lying. The problem you run into is this. When life has gotten you in a certain situations and you've been with pretty women, and there's an expectation there, and when women don't deliver that look the part, what you anticipate them to have. Don't take this the wrong way, ladies. We look for a woman that is lesser from a physical and beauty in the face look. Meaning this. I hate when you ask them, say, hey, you think she a 10? I ask women all the time, I say, hey, she a 10? I said, she's ugly as shit. It's okay to say that. Y'all say that. There's no nice way to say that. Let me tell you, that's the Republican way of saying it. Hey, she is ugly as shit. Guess what the Democrat way is saying? She's vertically challenged in the face.
Yeah, you're right.
She got great attributes. Right. I don't know this bitch attributes. I'm looking at her across the room, and her face is mangled.
Damn, Sherrod.
Wait a minute.
No. I'm just
Did
saying
she
what
get
everybody's
attacked by a
thinking.
bear?
Y'all didn't look at some men, and guess what y'all do? Y'all looked at men as like, he's not that handsome, but he dresses well. He's not that handsome, but he has a nice car.
You got big shoes on.
See what I'm saying? You look
Shout
for
out
other
to-
things. You look for other things to acknowledge him
I'm just
because
joking.
he's not that in the face. That's okay. So I would much rather take a step back. And depends where I'm at in my life. You have to complete me. And I've been like this almost my whole life, to be honest, because I got an old soul. You know, so I don't take any offense by when someone calls you Auntie Vet. I'm just.
I want to say something though. Look at Blue in the background. What is he doing? Blue, look at him. He don't know what to
I
do
didn't
with
even see him
himself.
moving around.
Yeah,
Blue
he be
was
back there.
chilling, but he's like, wait a minute, I'm not being seen.
Vet, I say all that to say this.
Okay.
When you have pretty girl privilege and men see that, some men aspire to conquer that. They want to be with that. That's their mantra. That's who they are. They're willing to pay to play and to put up with that bullshit. They'll pay to play to tolerate that pussy. They will.
Pay meaning they'll suffer with her funky ass attitude.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Or her
So
lack of knowledge just to be with a pretty girl. Just be with a pretty girl.
Because some people like that arm candy.
Yeah.
So they will tolerate her inadequacies. They will tolerate her lack thereof. They will tolerate her naivety and her less of education simply because she look good.
Right.
And some men need that. So that's an egotistical thing for men.
I got a story. When I was in high school, and I can say this because this is 30, 40 years ago.
Because you was in high school.
When I was in high school, my homeboy from Philly, shout out to Mike D. Everybody from Lithonia know Mike D. Mike had a best friend, a female. All right, I'm not gonna say her name, but she was really cute and she had a nice shape and everything. But she was new to the school, and a lot of people were dissing her at first because she was really pretty, and they were trying to hate on her because she's pretty. Oh, who she thinks she is? But she was the nicest young lady, and because she knew Mike introduced her to me. It's like, it's my homeboy Dave. So me and old girl became pretty cool. I never forget. She was like, Dave, can I share your locker? I said, what happened? I got kicked out of my locker. You know, the person I was lockers with, they ain't like me. I said, oh, come on. Yeah, sure. So she started putting her stuff in my locker. Now I got the code. So in between class, she needed books or something. I had to unlock because I didn't give her the code. So I said, hey, you can use the locker, but don't be putting a lot of trash in my locker. I got my books set up a certain way. I put my lunch at the bottom. I got my gym shoes in there. Okay, cool. Week 1, locker straight. Week 2, it started becoming junky. Week 3, I can't open my locker because there's so much BS and trash. And so I finally, I kept having words. I was like, hey, can you please like clean your trash up and keep, oh, my bad, Dave. I'm so sorry. Okay, Dave. And all she would do was give me a hug, kiss on the cheek, because she was super cute and super fine. After the 3rd week, man, and she wasn't trying to, I dumped her stuff out of the locker and locked her out of the locker and changed the lock if I had even given her the code. And people were like, what is wrong with you? Why would you do that to that girl? Yeah. What? I said, I don't care how pretty she is. Yeah. That was disrespectful. I had asked her 3. I see why her locker mate kicked her out because it's crap everywhere. It's, candy and I'm talking about trash. Y'all. I can't even get to my books. And everybody's like, oh, you're mean. I said, why? Because she's cute? No, it was extra nice for 3 whole weeks. No one wanted to have this woman in her locker. And my boy Mike was like, Dave, come on, man. That's my homegirl. I said, man, you put her in a locker. He said, no, nigga, she junky as hell. I'm like, exactly.
So, why didn't she have her own locker?
She was new to the school. She was a transfer and didn't have lockers and all of that.
No. Hold on, Des. I'll tell you why she didn't need her own locker, because she had pretty girl privilege. She knows she can lean on this to get somebody to use their locker for you, because you probably had to pay to get a lock. I know when we was in school, you had to pay.
Yeah,
and you got a deposit back when you turn in your lock at the end of the year.
Yes,
Am I talking to anyone that went to public school?
We did.
I went to public school. We didn't pay for lockers. Everybody just got to sign one.
Right. But you had pretty girl privilege. And no.
No, they literally just gave me one.
Oh wait.
They gave everybody one.
Hold on.
But you had to buy a lock.
And you didn't come into the school in the middle of the
remember.
year. And guess what? You had a village around you that says, hey, although you look good, Des, and you beautiful, and you young, and you smart, you still got to get your own shit. See, nobody told her that part of the equation. Guess what they told her whole life? Girl, you pretty. Don't worry about it. Somebody gonna take care of your ass. And she got taught that at a young. Oh yeah.
I know some people. I know some people like that, and I do. I know some people like that.
Was she black? Was she black, babe?
Absolutely, she was Django.
That's very counter to what they usually teach young black girls in black families.
Okay,
they're usually hard on the
unless she was high yellow, and I don't even want to go there.
Hold on.
If she was high yellow, because they always get told something totally different.
I was not high yellow. I was brown.
Look at Mr. Zenos. He talking about that's just graduated last year. They got new rules.
Sir, no. If we talk about high school, no, I did not just graduate last year. If we talk about high school,
hold on. I want to hear what Des was saying that they.
Listen,
what were you saying that they teach the young girls?
Yes, in black families, at least from what I saw growing up, they're usually hard on the girls and soft on the boys. So I was taught. My grandmother taught me to keep your legs closed, go to school, get an education. That was always instilled in me. And my cousins, because I grew up, babe, you met Boo Boo and Moo. We literally, all three of us grew up together, me and my two male cousins. They were soft on them. And because of that, it was a lot of things that they didn't accomplish. Because a lot of stuff with them was kind of just... Like when they made mistakes, it was minimized. When I made mistakes, it was magnified.
Yes.
So usually in black families, they make the girls hard for some reason. I guess because they don't want us to be vulnerable. They don't want us to. I don't know. It's something. It should be studied.
It's predators in the world, and they're trying to protect our girls from predators that can take advantage of them when they're little. To be, if I'm being honest,
nobody dependent on a man. That takes away their power to be helpless. They're depending on a man.
That's
which in turn leaves you with these hyper independent, hyper masculine women in our community, and then you got boys that are very dependent on women because that's kind of how we grew up.
But
preach,
some women, some women, but
can we get
like my daughter. You see my daughter just now. There's a lesson in that.
Beautiful.
Hey, your father can do for himself. He's asking you to do it because you're able, and he just had surgery. She needs to understand the compassion that I talked about earlier. In that, my father needs my help. Let me help him. But also, I tell her every moment is a teachable moment. And you know what? I'm hard because it's 40 degrees out there. Now, it's cool if you got on the armor, and it's cool if you got on a coat in 40 degrees. But when you out there in the cold and you don't have those tools like your village provided you don't know how to adjust to the cold. So a lot of times women make their boys dependent on them because that's their crutch. And that's something that they're dealing with. Men, responsibility is to make women strong, independent, and codependent. It is a juggling effort and lesson all the time. So your village, like I said earlier, I bet you your village did this for you, Des. Remember that?
They were
and
hard.
That's what they did for you, for this young lady. And I guarantee she was yellow as hell for Dave. I know she was yellow.
She was lighter than Destiny, or about Destiny's caramel.
But I'm saying that to make the point that I doubt that she had people around her saying like, "Oh, you're so pretty." Like you don't. That's not usually how it goes in black families.
But I do want to say this. Y'all. We had a show a few weeks ago about Pretty Privilege, right? And we can go look at that one. And if y'all watching on YouTube, go watch Pretty Privilege. The society enables pretty privilege because we don't even have to tell them they're pretty. Or tell a man he's fine or he's handsome. We just coo and get out the way and give and fawn for handsome hookup, meaning a man that looks good, and for pretty privilege, for a woman that's beautiful, and God forbid she's beautiful and fine, right? Like we fawn over beauty in this world. That's why social media goes ham when women put up pics. That's why the Kardashians can be cute and not necessarily that smart or that entertaining, but they're good to look at. It's eye candy. You know what I'm saying? So that is guys too.
Even men, because you got men who are not very sexually astute because of the fact that coochie was always given to them, and if the women don't talk about the bad sex, nobody would know. They just still seeing this fine man, not knowing.
Right.
He don't know how to work what he got.
No.
You better speak on it. You better speak on it,
No.
Let her cook. Let her cook. Let her cook. I got a question for Yvette. Yvette, are you saying that some men, you said they're not sexually astute? You saying that some men have poor penis?
They just don't have no sex game at all because they didn't have to work hard to even get it. Because they look fine and women then always let it come so easy to them. They figure they just supposed to get in the bedroom and fall in the hole. That's all they supposed to do. There's nothing.
My God.
They don't supposed to
fall in the hole. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to find the right sound effect. I'm trying to just
the record stop.
Yeah, that's the one. Not that one. And then he fall in the hole. Jesus, we don't want to fall in the hole.
Well,
oh my God.
1-800 plumber. Oh shoot, 1-800 Kegels. Shoot. We don't.
Oh my goodness.
Boy.
I think we've gotten off track.
The whole universe, whatever.
I think we've
what was the question?
I think we've gotten off track. Let me play the video. Let me play the video to remind myself of where the hell we were.
Jesus.
Okay. I remember where we were now. This is where we were, y'all. This is where we are.
We're looking
Jesus.
Men are willing to forego the pretty face if the energy is right. And we don't want a 8, 9, 10 in the face, but a 2 or 3 in the energy.
And I want to turn the word energy. It can be energy. It can be attitude, right? It can be personality. It can be character. Substitute any of those words for energy, because yes, he's saying energy, but it's not just oh, I'm fun. Oh, hi everybody. It's not just I'm excited. Is there some depth? Because Sherrod made a good point earlier. Damn, can she help you when you're hurting? Like, okay, I'm sick. I'm out of work. Hey baby, I know that you don't really do the lawn, but I can't. So can you do the lawn? Like, is she able to help you in some sort of way? Do the things that you normally do, balance the checkbook, whatever it is that you do as a man.
And willing.
Willing.
So it goes back to my point. That's not out of loyalty. That's out of respect.
Or character.
Do those things.
Or good character. She was raised right. I guess that falls under respect.
That falls under respect. But so I understand what you're saying, Vet. Like, some things don't need to be talked about. But like I used to tell Dave all the time, like, me and Dave used to go out and stuff, and we used to see people, and we would just watch people a lot. Half the time we drinking or either smoking hookah. We degenerate gamblers because we got $20 because we trying to play blackjack. But we would just watch people, and I used to be like, you see that situation right there? That's not a good situation. And Dave was like, what do you mean? What do you see that I don't see? Or vice versa, what I would see, he didn't see. And I was like, you see her energy? She's loud. She clapping. She obnoxious. I don't like that energy. And she could be drop dead gorgeous. So she's going to attract a certain caliber of man or woman. And vice versa. Men who do that are going to attract a certain kind of caliber of woman and man too. I'm not saying that's not a good person. But in my historical data that I've collected over the years, I've noticed from dating, those type of women that have those type of antics, I don't deal with, because I don't, my vibration is here, and that person wants to be in charge of me. That ain't the way it's designed to be.
But when you were younger, Sherrod, and maybe not you, but I'll say me, not even me, because I ain't like foolishness either. But some men, when you're younger, they enjoy the antics. oh, she's acting cute or she's acting spoiled or whatever, and that's a turn on. The comparison for men would be some women like a man who act like a thug or who act hard or who's extra hood. That's cute when you're young because it's like, oh, he's hood, he's gonna protect me, right? That's cute when you're young. That ain't cute when you're 30, and it damn sure ain't cute when you're 50 and you're supposed to have some and you're supposed to be accomplished. We don't need to be out here 50 talking about, what up, you know what I'm saying, and all that. Like that should be over with. So I think some of the antics we deal with when we're young is because we aren't of a certain caliber. Now, we already talked about, yes, Yvette. I see Yvette.
I was just gonna say, what's cute and what's sexy, and what's sexy is a man's words matching his action.
Correct.
That's Absolutely. What's sexy. When you say, I will pick you up at 8, you need to be there at 8. If you borrow $5 and say, babe, let me borrow $5, I'm gonna give you that $5 back tomorrow, and then tomorrow turn into next week or never, that's not sexy. Those are the things that I think a lot of men don't understand, that a lot of women have to deal with. A lot of men will gas our heads up with, I'm going to do that, I'm going to give you that, and all the words, but there's no actions behind those words.
Yeah,
that's one of the things that a lot of women love, because I have this conversation a lot, and including myself, a lot of women say the same thing. Men do not, they and don't give half of what they say. So I think it's best, if you are not at that position to do these things that you say you going to do, it's best to say, I will try, or maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Agree. Hey, I want to respond to some of the comments. Chanel Lynette said, it's different when we grow up, meaning like when you're young, you deal with the antics. When you get older, it's different when you grow up. There was a few other comments on Instagram, and I want to encourage all my people on the gram to come on over to YouTube.
Thanks.
Come on over to YouTube and then go to the live tab, and you'll see us live. I'll also put it on the homepage in a moment. But since you guys are here, shout out to the Instagrammers. Shout out to Bellissima. I see you, Amanda. Shout out to PR Diva. Damaris, what's up? And shout out to Christine, C Love. All right, so we got a question. First of all, somebody said Puerto Rican families are similar. They teach us things when we coming up. And Amanda Bellissima said, do you think that all women that experience pretty privilege are vain? So I'll ask the crowd. Sharad, hold up. Let me get the ladies. And then we go, because, me and you, we super vocal. Ladies, are all women that have pretty privilege vain?
Absolutely not.
No.
No? Susie, why do you say absolutely not?
Well, I'm a former recipient of pretty privilege, which I no longer possess. But
what does that mean? What the hell does that mean? What the hell does that mean? Hold on. I ain't gonna let you slide. Turn your camera. Mute your camera. Mute your camera. I want to show everybody your little icon. And she talking about I'm former, and she on the beach.
The current recipient.
The current recipient. Come on now. Stop playing with us. Stop playing with us.
Thank you, guys. I'm starting to look like what I've been through, child. But
damn, we all are, Susie. At this shoot, we all are.
But outside of myself, like I've met quite a few, because women judge women too. I've seen some girls that you assume would be bees and all of that, and they are just the sweetest, most, like, they don't even want the attention they get half the time. Some of them are intelligent. Just because you're born pretty don't mean you have to be an idiot.
Right.
Or an asshole.
Okay. Are all women that have pretty privilege vain? Destiny, you said no. Yvette, you said no. Y'all want to expound?
I've met some. Oh, go ahead, Jess.
Yeah, for the same reasons that Susie just said. I've met lots of beautiful women that were really nice, very, not shallow, but, just genuine human beings. So for that reason, I would say no.
Okay.
And I've met some beautiful women that are beyond gorgeous, because their beauty is on the in and outside. When you can exuberate beauty and kindness and empathy towards another fellow human and not even know your own beauty. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't even know that they're that beautiful. It's just that we, project that onto them. It's out here trying to live life, be a good person, do wonderful things, get their education, go for their careers without all of that. So it's a society that puts that pretty privilege sticker marker on them. Because a lot of times you don't even know you that fine, and a lot of pretty women actually have a lot of insecurities. We just don't even realize it. Believe it or not, I know a lot of beautiful women that are very insecure, and a lot of times are single.
And one thing I want to add real quick is
yes,
with the pretty privilege, sometimes it becomes annoying for that pretty person because people don't take the time out to get to know those other traits. They don't get to take the time out to see how intelligent that person is, how athletic, how all these other things they are because they're so focused on that person's beauty that they don't appreciate the other stuff. So I've experienced it in the past, and I know women who are experiencing it in their current pretty privilege that it gets annoying that all their other attributes are overlooked because of their physical appearance.
And just to add along the lines of like what Susie is saying, I think really beautiful, like really gorgeous women evoke emotions out of people. Like it like whether it's admiration, envy, whatever it is. And I think sometimes people see other people that are very beautiful, and instead of just admiring them, say, wow, they're beautiful. It's like you're looking for things that are wrong with them to give you a reason not to like them, instead of just taking it at face value, like, like, hey, they're beautiful. It's like you're looking for something to dislike when in reality it's because maybe that person is evoking like jealousy or envy or something. Like they're invoking something in you where you feel like you need a reason to dislike this person.
So Chanel Lynette said, no, all pretty women that have pretty privilege are not vain. She said, but others think so. I want to ask the question another way, y'all. All right. If you have pretty privilege, do you have to know that you have pretty privilege in order for you to have? Oh, let me say it like this: do you have to exercise pretty privilege in order to hold it, or can you to receive the benefits? Thank you. Do you have to exercise and take advantage of your pretty privilege to receive the benefits, or can you be someone that's like, no, y'all don't do all of that, but you're still getting benefits from being pretty, even though you're trying to reject those said benefits?
You can only reject so many of the benefits. Other ones will be given to you and you can't do anything about it. Like some men will go out of their way. I can only think of something small right now, but let's say, holding the door open, you're supposed to do it for all women, but some men will wait longer for that pretty girl to come and hold that door a lot longer. It's just certain things that a woman cannot refuse because of her pretty privilege. And real quick, the pretty privilege thing, so it's usually the ones that work hard to look pretty, the ones that have to put on the extra layers of this, or the more expose themselves, or the more lashes, makeup, lace fronts. Not everybody, but the ones that have to do all that work or get their bodies done and stuff. Those are the ones that's looking for the pretty privilege. The ones that are not just solely DNA. Those are the ones that's looking for the privilege, not the natural born beauties.
So the ones that are looking for it are the ones that are trying to exercise it if they do get it. So,
the most, yes.
Yeah, like I put on extra makeup, or I go get a BBL, or I'm showing the natural body that I have because I want the attention. You're saying that they're the ones that are seeking the privilege, but the ones that are naturally pretty, that are downplaying it, they aren't necessarily seeking the privilege.
Right. And by natural, I don't mean like they don't wear makeup. A natural beauty can wear makeup. A natural beauty can wear weave. A natural beauty can do all of those things. I just mean the excessive. The ones that do too, like a lot, are the ones trying to receive that privilege.
So let's go back.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Baby, go ahead, and then we're going to get back.
So I thought pretty privilege was about like how the world responds to you, right? Like I didn't think it was. I thought like it was either something you have or you don't have based on how like when you go out into the world, how that world responds to you. So I
That
don't know
is.
if it's a matter of like you exercising it or not exercising it, because it could be really subtle.
I'll
Like you
give you an
go out.
example though. I'll give you
Go
an
ahead.
example, babe. So you're
That's
absolutely
true.
right. It is how the world perceives you, but you can use
Mhm.
it. Case in point, when you're trying to get in the club. When you try to get in the club and it's 80 people in line waiting to get in the club, and you're pretty and you're fine and you got your pretty and fine group of girls with you in. I'm not talking about, okay, they're cute. I'm talking about, no, these look like models. They're gorgeous. All of them. Those kind of girls can skip the line, go right up to the bouncer and be like, hey, hi. Oh, hey, come on through, ladies. And just bypass the 50 guys and girls who are average size, average look, average weight, or overweight, or too skinny. We don't look like models. They can go right past. That's exercising the pretty privilege. It's not just,
Yeah,
oh,
but
the world thinks I'm pretty. It's they know they're pretty and they walk past the line on purpose. That's the
the
key word.
world is still allowing them to. So if you can't exercise it if you don't have. That's what I'm saying. Either you have it or you don't. Like they're still benefiting off of how the world is perceiving them. Because if they walk to the front of the line and they are not beautiful, the bouncer's gonna be like, okay, well, how can
Well,
I
that's
help
just
you?
that's
Get your
just
You're
ass
gonna
to
proving
get
the
that's just
embarrassed.
Melrose
proving
Park.
but that's just proving that they don't have privilege. I'm talking about knowing you have it and standing and waiting your butt in line like the average person and say, hey, y'all, no, we're not gonna do all that. Let's wait in line. These people have been waiting in line longer than us. They're humble and they say, no, we're gonna do it like
Exactly.
this. That's having it and not using it. We're
Okay.
having it or not is up to the world, but abusing it or exercising it is up to the holder.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we going for. So look, so back to the clip. The guy said in the clip, not to play it again, but the guy said in the clip that it's time out for pretty. Men aren't just going for pretty. Men want a woman that's got character or that's got, he said, energy, right? And I believe that's true. I'm gonna play what women want, but I'm gonna go to the middle clip first because the middle clip kind of discusses both sides, and it comes from the angle of what we don't want. So if we look at this clip right here, this is a clip. It's an older clip, and this is a young lady explaining what men and women will settle for or what they don't want. Check this out. It's about a minute and a half. So let's listen to the whole thing.
It's based on a survey where men and women were asked if they got 80% of everything they want in their ideal mate, would they be happy with that? And women said, no, that's settling. And men said, 80%, I'd be thrilled. That's a catch.
Is 80% of the perfect partner enough? And notice they have perfect in quotes. Is 80% of the perfect partner enough? Men said yes. Women said no. The men said 80% I'd be thrilled. That's a catch. Women said no, that's settling. Having said that, let's keep playing the clip.
And so
80% to the women you surveyed is settling?
That's settling because, the question is, what actually makes us happy in long-term romantic love? And, that's the question that I explore in the book. And I'm a journalist, so I went out and I asked neurobiologists about chemistry, and I asked behavioral economists about demographics, and I asked marital researchers.
What are women too picky about here?
Before we let him finish, let me ask the panel. Let's go with the ladies first. Let's go in clockwise order. Susie, if you found a man that had 80% of what you consider the perfect man, would you take him? Or would you say, no, that's not enough. I'm not settling.
Of course, they must be interviewing high schoolers or something. That's ridiculous. I think most women would say yes, but I'm not sure. But I don't know who the hell they were interviewing. But yeah, I would take 80%. I'd take 70, damn it.
Yvette, would you take 80% of the perfect person, perfect man?
Well, first of all, I'm going to take out the word perfect because there's no such thing.
But
But
that's
yes,
part of the paradigm. That's part
I
of the
know,
paradigm.
I know. But I would take 80% because you got to be happy within yourself when you come to the table anyway. And so these women that are not taking that 80%, they got a problem with themselves. So you're looking for someone to complete you. You need to come to the table completed already. That's part of the problem. Women don't know what I say this often. Women don't know what the heck they want. And then when they get someone that is good to you, can pay the bills, then they got to find something else that's wrong. So if you don't come to the table, you don't come to the table already knowing who you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? Because you're never going to find perfect, because there's no such thing. There's no perfect person on this earth. All right. Women and men need to get more realistic, but it's more or less the women, because the women talking about 6 figures. Okay, but you got 2 figures, but he gotta have 6.
Baby, before you answer,
So
I would like to remind you you're married to me.
I know.
Go ahead, babe.
No, hold on. You can't.
Yes, the hell I can.
Don't put the pressure on.
I know, right?
I'm not.
Talk your junk, girl. Talk your.
That's called husband privilege.
Sherrod said flag on the plate. Sherrod said flag on the plate.
Hey,
that's right. Flag on the plate.
That's called husband privilege. That's called husband privilege. That's called husband hookup.
No, you can't.
You cannot. What is that word that you use against your husband? Testify against your mate.
Right. That's right. Conflict of interest.
All right.
I'll back off. But baby, check it out. That was preemptive. If you had 80% of the perfect man, babe, 80% of your husband, would that be good enough?
So I don't think these women understood the question. Like, maybe I don't know how these questions were posed in the survey or whatever. So if 100% is perfect, and then 100% is perfect, and then 80% out of that, like leading up to perfection, absolutely 80% is a great deal.
Babe.
Yeah.
This is the next question. It's super important. Am I your 80?
Yeah.
She married your fucking bum ass. Of course you are 80.
Oh boy.
Hey, listen.
You a hater.
We're seeing here on our screen.
Oh, look at Susie. Oh, y'all love us. Y'all love us when we not on live with y'all. Now y'all hate us.
No, I do love it. I love it.
No, I don't love it. That's a loaded question.
No, because I caught it when you said it the first time. You talking about, babe, would you take 80% of your husband?
Right.
You say your husband. You out of control, Negro.
That's what Dave does, though. He really just wanted to know if he was the 80%. He married your bum ass.
I would have blew his head up like,
of course you were her 90, 100%.
You ain't 80. I need 100 from you, boo.
Right.
Okay. Look at Blue back there choking.
The reason I'm saying that is because you have to know when God brought you the perfect person for you. Look, I may not be perfect, but I pray I'm perfect for her. I'm just gonna testify. I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna give my testimony. Okay, let me give my testimony. Destiny's not perfect, but she's perfect for me. She's everything I asked for in a woman. Hey, that's what I asked for. I found my 100. Might not be 100 for another nigga. It's 100 for me. I'll slap the taste out of nigga mouth if he say she ain't, because that's what she is to me.
Amen.
Wow. Amen.
You gotta know what you got. And listen, let me say something else. This pre-Valentine's Day Eve, you gotta know what you got, and you also gotta speak it into existence. You see what I'm saying? So when you say, man, I have a loving wife, I have a beautiful wife, my wife is amazing, my wife is dope, my wife is, when you say that, you're speaking that. You're speaking that over that person. And then when she says, I love my husband, baby, I love you, baby, I miss you. What you doing today? How was your day? Are you okay, babe? Everything good? All that checking, that's speaking over that person. A lot of times, y'all, we will curse the person we with because we speaking negative all the damn time. We got to watch that because we build the reality that we have. We're responsible. Our words have power. And I'm not saying that other people don't have a responsibility. Like I could say Destiny is the prettiest girl and the most sweet wife ever. But if she hit me upside my head every night, then damn, my words ain't taking effect. She ain't receiving it. I gotta go find a woman of faith.
I'm cracking up.
But the point I'm making here is that we gotta speak life because that can help that person become. Look at Blue. Is he trying to get out?
Okay, so with that being said,
yep.
Since I was censored earlier and I couldn't talk, I guess my probation.
Go ahead, Rod. Go ahead.
I guess my probationary period is over with now.
You can talk. My bad, bro.
But we do enjoy your signs, though. Don't stop there.
I can't. I got a scribe now. So this is the key. Isn't that funny how 80% and the perspective of 80% is different in women than it is in men? Men will take 80% on a test every day of the week. Every day. That's a B for us. We good. We solid. Let's rock and roll. Most tests that you take out in corporate America, they ask for 80% or more. They don't ask for 90. They don't ask for 100. Now, there's some tests that you got to have 100% on if you're trying to become a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. And there's a test that may be taken and you need to make 100 because you need to make 100. But my whole point being 80% is good. And in some paradigm shifts, that's actually great, right? But what does 80% look like to you? I'm cool with 80% because that's a baseline. That's a platform. I can build from that. I can help you get to 87, 88, 89 if you're willing to be compassionate and you're respectful. Because if you show me respect and you're compassionate, I can help you build because I'm already taking your baseline. I know what your baseline is, right? So I'm good. I think a lot of times women come into the equation saying, no, you got to be like this to start with. Well, goddamn, ain't no room for growth. If you're looking for 90 or 100 to start with, where's there room to grow? If that's the measuring stick. And I think women miss out on a lot of great men because of a measuring stick. And I think I think men miss out on a lot of great women because of their measuring stick too. I think we need to get away from the dichotomy of numbers and graphs and tables and metrics. And you need to get somebody who you can effectively communicate with and can take your shit as well as your goldenness about you. Like they got to be able to roll on both and communicate that. Hey, babe, and I'm not using, and Dave, I'm using you as a guinea pig.
Yeah, no doubt.
When you met Des, you know what you told me? Because I listen when people talk, especially my friends who I love and I care about. Hey, Rod, I'm cutting back my hookah because Des doesn't like it that much. I said,
at all, really.
I did like this.
He told me the same thing.
And you know what I said? So you know I ain't lying. I said, and what did I say, Dave? And what did I say, Dave? If you trying to make this shit work, you should. Because she seemed like she's a good woman. I hadn't met you yet, Des.
Yep.
But just for the sheer fact, that wasn't an ultimatum, but that was a check on your respect to what I'm asking you to do, which ultimately helps you. And that helping you helps us.
Y'all are getting me in so much
Good
trouble.
breakdown. That's a good breakdown.
Because I slowed down, but I picked it up a little bit.
I'm not.
You were just asking for who could tip money, player.
No. What I'm not doing is I'm not getting you in trouble. That is a great sound. I'm not getting you in trouble. What I'm saying is you were willing to atone out of respect for her to obey what her wishes were. Because ultimately, she has enough respect for you to say, hey, nigga, you keep smoking hookah. That's going to affect both of us. So you came to the realization in your life that, you know what? She has a point. And I'm taking her point under consideration. Now, you never said you were going to stop hookah, but the sheer fact that you entertained the notion of saying, you know what? I'm going to stop because she doesn't like it. See, that's what selflessness looks like.
Yes.
Right? Yes. And that's what we got to start getting back to. right?
So,
So the pretty privilege, the pretty privilege is already in her. She might not utilize it, and she might have done it unintentionally.
Right.
She might be using it her whole life and don't even know. Girl, we just keep getting in for free. I don't even know why. Now, part of you knows why the
I've
fuck
never
y'all getting
gotten
it
in
free.
for free anywhere.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, I know
You
some
don't go to the
people.
right places, girl. Trust me.
I know
Also,
some
she didn't
people.
seek it out. She didn't seek it out. She wasn't looking for it.
And
Exactly.
some women don't seek it out. And I agree with her earlier when she said society puts that on them. They seek it out for them. They ain't got to do it. Some women just show up and they just get it for free. And guess what? I'll be right on their motherfucking coattails because I know what it looked like. Hey, go on up there and get us in for free. Take your ass up there and get us in for free.
They gonna be like, you stay back here playing.
No, they ain't
But
gonna do
one
that.
thing
No,
that I do want to
no. You know why they're not gonna do that?
say, no,
You know why they're not
why?
gonna do that? You know why they got gonna do
Why?
that? Because the person that's going up there needs to say, "That's my husband. That's my boy. That's my guy. He's with me."
Okay.
So
And I want to make a
sometimes
point about that survey, for example, with the pretty thing. These women that they were asking questions to, right? They seem very dense by the response,
they do.
right? But the social media is the what is it? The author of confusion, because the women who have a better mindset are not usually on social media taking down surveys. For example, Destiny is a whole married woman now. Okay, she was discovered hidden. Like she wasn't out here putting herself out on social media and all of that. No one could find Destiny. You found her, and she still took her time. You're a whole social media personality. She still takes her time coming out and showing herself, because good women don't sit on. I'm not saying, no, I can't say good women don't sit on. A lot of good women are not out here on social media giving their opinion. A lot of good women are not the ones being asked these questions. They have other things they got going on. They're attorneys, they're wives, they're this, they're that, they're everything else. So I don't know who they asked, but they didn't ask a good variety of women. Go ahead, Sherrod, before you
Can I
start
say one?
grinding.
Can I say one thing to your response? And hypothetically speaking, I don't know. Maybe Destiny was out there. Maybe Destiny was on the internet. Maybe Destiny was looking at things. Maybe Destiny didn't entertain bullshit though. That's the difference. And when men found out she was not about that bullshit and about the rhetoric of the world, that's when they lost interest. The right person found her because they saw through and didn't give bullshit. They saw her for who she was. Hey, look, these are the things I'm doing. These are the things I want. The average man ain't signing up for that if you ain't about bullshit to begin with. See, Dave he ciphered through the bullshit and saw her for who she was. A lot of men ain't waiting around to see that. So maybe she was out there. Maybe the guys who was trying to find her wasn't really looking for that caliber of woman. That's the difference.
Everybody's not the same. Like, everybody's experiences are not the same. I've never in my life had a man send me a dick pic. I've never had a man like approach me on no rah-rah stuff, like, ever. So, like, it's not true that all like pretty women are what you might perceive as conventionally attractive or whatever. Everybody's not dealing with that. I don't have men walk up to me and be like, hey, like, those have just not been my experiences. Like, I've never had to deal with anything. I've never had a man call me out of my name. I've never had any of that thing. Praise God, but just saying,
Because you have a Felicia Rashad aura. Remember, there's certain guys that know what is beyond their pay grade. They know what they don't qualify for. So they're not going to approach you the same way they do Lakeisha and them.
Come on.
You understand?
Yeah.
Come on.
They're
But
going to
Lakeisha and
go.
them are just as beautiful, just as pretty. Like, there are girls that deal with that are much prettier than me. So I'm saying, like,
The energy is
everybody's.
different.
I'm saying, and I'm glad y'all saying this, and this is why I agree with what Yvette said earlier. What's up, everybody, by the way?
What's up, brother?
Brother Dave, thank you. It's so subjective because
Yeah.
when you're in survival mode, pretty is boring.
Correct.
When you're a real man, pretty is boring. You understand? So it's only but so many people you can manipulate, influence, or buy into the pretty privilege. Some guys have, y'all know what I'm saying, dick discipline. We know how to say no all day. So that don't mean nothing. Like what the brother was trying to allude to, and I'm just guessing, there's a certain, like Dave, we're looking for quality women, not the pretty, because pretty is so subjective. It fades. Have y'all
Hold on,
looked
y'all.
have y'all looked at Lisa Ray lately? No, I'm sorry.
Carl, hold on, y'all. I gotta do something. I gotta do something for my wife. Hey, hold on, y'all. Hey, baby, you said you never, a man never sent you a dick pic. I got you.
No,
I got a
never.
pic.
Please don't send me that. I don't need a picture of it.
I thought you might want to see a dick pic. There you go,
I'm
baby.
cracking up.
That's y'all can come back to the stage. That is
You out of control.
No, the real question is, how long have you been
Now
saving
everybody
that?
done seen the dick pic.
Everybody.
How long you been saving that? Or how?
Oh
For
my
those that
god!
don't know,
At least it was still.
that's a guitar pick with the name Dick on it.
Yo,
Okay, and that was short. That was short for Richard. That was short for Richard.
That is classic.
Was the look of horror on her face? She was like, "Please don't."
Dave,
Please
if
we
you
should
do me a
take
favor,
Google
just
away
send
from
that to
him.
me.
I know. I just googled it.
Take Google away from
Please
him.
send that to me, please.
Right now, I'm sending it to your
Please.
text.
Ew!
That is
Don't send that
classic.
random dick pic. Sharon
Yeah,
is about
that
to
would
ask
be
you for a dick
yeah.
pic.
Send
Pause.
that to me too,
Pause.
because send that to me too, because I got some people.
What?
Right. Right.
Hey, back to your point, brother. And don't take this the wrong way, but I'm complimenting you, David. Who the hell is that nigga on that nag?
Right. That's
Who is
Carl
this brother
Shaft.
right here?
That's Carl Shaft. For y'all that don't know, welcome to the stage, Carl.
Salute.
Are you
Man,
gonna
Carl.
let that nigga stay in the big house?
Right from Django. Remember that?
Hey,
That's
day
poetic,
one.
brother. That's poetic. What you say?
Thank you,
That's
brother.
it.
Day one.
Men that are disciplined, they don't even see that shit, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they notice it now. They ain't blind, but they don't have the time for it.
It's like working at McDonald's for a year. After a while, cheeseburger and fries don't excite you.
Come on.
Yeah.
If
So
you've been around enough women,
that's true.
so what?
I want to finish playing the rest of that video. So they're talking about what men and women don't want and what men and women will, I guess, disqualify. So let's finish playing it because she was getting to a secondary point. Check out the secondary point.
Well, I'll tell you, men and women were asked what would be a deal breaker for going on a second date. And men named 3 things. They said she has to be cute enough. She doesn't have to look like Angelina Jolie. She just has to be cute enough. She has to be warm and kind. And she has to be interesting to talk to. Those seem like really valid criteria.
Ding, 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 ding. Pretty simple.
Right. Okay, reasonable, right? The women came back with 300 things that would rule out a guy for a second date. And we're talking about like another 2 hours and maybe a free dinner. And they wouldn't do it. And there were things like he wore a brown belt with black shoes. Or we were having a really good time and I thought he was cute and he was interesting. But then he did this Austin Powers impression. And I just can't get that out of my mind and I can't go out with him again. Austin Powers guy could be the love of her life. The book is.
So she said that women will disqualify men for many things. I hope that music in the background don't get me flagged. But when men will be like, hey, the 80%, I love it. I'm cool with the 80% of perfection. But some women, I won't say all, but some women will be like 80% of perfection. Oh no, I'm settling. I'm not doing that. I need the perfect man. And I don't like the way he coughed. I don't like the way and they'll disqualify.
That lady was just yapping, bro.
The way they're doing that survey just seems a little like. So you mean to tell me, like, instead of just taking the most common answers from women, you singled out 300 things? I'm sure the men in that survey said different stuff too.
More
Like
than
I'm sure
3
they all
things.
didn't just give those same 3 answers.
It's,
don't know
it's
how
like
Very
you.
it's like
biased
it's
survey.
like
It
it's
seems
like
very
trying.
biased to make women
It,
seem
it's
difficult.
it's sort
Yep,
of it's really, I'm not going to say sort of, it's really brainwashing people to believe what is not true. Just
I
separate
agree.
the just separate the two groups. This is a group that say they want something, but they don't really want it, or they're scared to get into the responsibility of it, versus the people that are ready and really put effort into that. They're focused on that. So if you're going to sit here and say women said 300 things, have you ever thought those 300 women really don't want the relationship? They just want the benefits of the relationship.
Correct, sir.
Mm.
So it's screwed, man. I don't like statistics no more, man, because it's screwed.
Like,
Come on,
All right.
hey, listen here again. Who the hell is this nigga on that nag? What did I just say before he got on? What did I just say about analytics and metrics?
Yeah.
Right?
Hey,
Didn't I just say that? Because
Hmm.
they're skewed. They can be curtailed into whatever you want them to be. Now I will say this
You
though.
did say that.
To her point, I will say this. Women have more criteria than men do.
Okay.
They
but
do.
they're
Now we
but
talking.
they're
Now we're
but
being
wait a
honest
minute.
though.
No,
yeah.
but still, you got to remember something, and it's not fair. Women are programmed,
Correct.
brainwashed to have
Correct.
more. Because
Absolutely.
what did your mother tell you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Completely agree.
Come on. What
You
did
can, I
No,
will
because
not disagree with
y'all
you.
want different things. Y'all want different things. Because what we want is just a little more complex. When y'all look for a partner, y'all don't have the same needs that women have. That's why we look for
Mm.
different. It's not like
because
we're just trying to be difficult or greedy. Our needs are different, so we have to
Okay.
look for the things that fulfill our needs. Like
Well,
certain meals require more ingredients.
okay,
It just is what it
what's the
is.
distinct? Wait a minute. We're gonna bring up that word distinction now. Needs versus
Oh, Sharon
wants.
touching his lip.
Hold on, Carl. I know where you're going. Let's stick with needs. Let's just stick
Okay,
with her
so if we're
words.
gonna deal with needs, men only need
That's I'm
three
gonna
things
need your
from a
help,
woman:
attorney.
peace,
I got you.
cooperation, and sex. They don't even give a damn if you cook or not, because men do cook.
Well,
I'm
this
just
I don't
woman
know
What
could
saying.
those
about
not.
are
So
I
needs you just
I don't know
named.
about that.
listen.
I don't know
We're
about that.
not
I
talking
have to
about.
cook.
Listen,
I
I'm
have to
Pause.
excluding Dave.
Sheesh.
I'm excluding Dave. I'm just saying. Most
Oh shoot, Sherrod.
majority of black
cook.
men, sex, peace, and cooperation. Simple.
Needs or
Yes.
wants? Are
Now
those needs or wants,
he
Carl?
said needs.
Needs,
I would like to say
needs.
this. So I would like to say
Okay.
this. I've been accused of on my show. Oh well, he's speaking broadly. Okay, so let's just deal with our individual preferences, right? Because everybody's different, right? Every man is different, and every woman is different, and men and women are different. Um, Susie, you said that
That's not fair.
women have different requirements and needs. I want to stick with the concept of what do men and women really want, and the key word there is really. I put it in caps.
Wants.
In fact,
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
I'll make it bigger. What do men and women really want?
Today,
And I guess we're discussing wants, Carl. I guess we're
okay. So
discussing
going
preferences.
if you're saying that if you're asking that question today's time, there's one word that comes to mind: convenience. That's it.
For who,
Oh
women
my
or men?
God.
Both
We're talking about
convenience.
women. Oh, okay.
I
Okay,
said both convenience
convenience. Okay.
because when it comes down to saying, "Let me get to know you," it's very hard for a man to get to know a woman when majority of her body is fake, whether it's the hair, the makeup, whatever. Okay, you're not taking that shit off on the first week we dating, so already
Oh
it's an
shit.
unbalance. And the same with the dude. He's waiting 2, 3 months to tell you about the baby mamas he got or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we're already coming in fake. So it's all about let me see how convenient this would serve me before I
Mm.
invest in it
I
instead
was
of the other
looking
way around.
for I was looking for my bomb. I don't have a bomb, but I was looking for one. All I have is this. 'Cause he dropped one.
He
I
said
want
that
to
with
read
a
a
straight
comment.
face too.
He did. I want to read a comment from Christine. This is Panama
Uh,
Princess. Shout out to Panama Princess. She said, "Y'all don't
Uh-oh.
require." Oh Lord, here we go. She said, "Y'all." I'm assuming men and I'm assuming
Black
black
men.
men,
She's saying black men.
y'all don't require as much from white women, and y'all wife them up. We got to go through all kinds of fire drills, jump through impossible hoops, and wait years before you even consider us worthy.
And now we're
What's her name?
speaking.
I like that. Go ahead, girl.
No,
Lord have
don't
mercy.
like
Where's
that. Don't
Shimon at?
like that. Don't like that. Please don't like that because
Lord have
that's
mercy.
so.
It's true
No,
to a
it's
certain
not true.
extent.
Hold on.
To a certain extent.
Carl. Hold on, Carl. It is her perspective. This is how she feels and how she sees it. Now, we could generalize, we could broad stroke, and of course, a lot of us may agree or disagree. But this goes back to the whole Slim Thug conversation that people are tripping out on Instagram, saying he said, white women and other women make it easy, but black women put us through hell. He said the same thing, but he flipped it. He said that black women treat black men like that. Y'all put us through hell. Y'all put us through hoops. And he was talking about to give up the coochie. And I'm
There
assuming,
makes
I'm
Ew.
assuming everything else.
His low
But then
vibrational butt.
he was like, but other women, will give it up. He said give it up. So whatever he meant by give it up, I'm assuming he meant the coochie.
Both parties are making excuses and
Ditto,
complaining
Destiny.
about the people they don't qualify for. That's it.
Good point, Carl. When
That's
you
all it
said that
is.
just
You don't
now,
qualify
that's a good
for.
point. Good point.
Yeah, I agree with that. You mad? You mad
I
because you
can see
can't get
it.
none, right? You mad
Come
because you
on.
can't get
You
none.
can't. Okay, let me get this straight. You can't get over on a black chick with your bull crap, but the white chick accepted. So now you're going to make this automatic statement that, oh, white women are more pleasant and more comfortable. Get out of here. You just
Yeah,
couldn't
like
get
what
over on
point
police.
are you trying to make? Like what is
Exactly.
the point?
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I say to that? I'd say to that. I remember my homeboy's girlfriend years ago. She came to
Mm.
visit, and she was like, I can't stand Negroes that just got to get with a white chick. Sorry ass N-words. Sorry ass boo boo boo. And she was like, I can't stand. And I looked at her and I was playing the positive side. I said, wait a minute. Maybe he just grew up around white girls. Maybe that's all he's been exposed to. Maybe it's not a hatred against his race. Maybe he just happens to like white girls. And she was like this. Well, you know what? F that bitch ass nigga. He can go have them white girls. So then I said,
That's
okay,
the energies he's trying to avoid.
but this is what I said. Then I said, well, let him go then. Let him go. If he a bitch ass nigga because he like the other race, let him go. Why does that hurt you, upset you so much? Now don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I get it. Rejection, we internalize because we feel like something must be wrong with me. I'm talking about the average person. I remember when a sister said to me, baby, when I was single years ago, I tried to buy her a drink. She was like, I don't talk to black guys. I was like, excuse me. I'm just trying to ask your name. In fact, I don't talk to black guys. I said, okay, fine. I wasn't trying to talk to you. and I walked off pissed. I was like, man, what's wrong with her? Man, she don't talk to black. Man, what's wrong? I was mad. And then I said, hold
She's
on,
an
slow down.
escort.
Well, I said this. Well, she's around a bunch of white guys and she really wasn't talking to that many black guys. So
That's what I'm
I
saying. Easy
said to myself, you know what, Dave, why are you getting mad? That's less of a distraction.
Mhm.
Like you don't want that type of chick anyway, so don't even get upset. I had to calm down and I said, you know what, I'm cool. And that's when I began to realize if people hate their own race and that's why they date outside their race, F them. That's not who you want to marry. You don't want to mess around and marry that person anyway because they made an exception.
What?
If a person just is open, and if a person just, I see you, Sherrod. If a person just open and they love everyone and they fall in love, I say love is love. I'm not mad because you fall in love with someone of another race. I'm mad when you hate your race and therefore go to another race. I don't like that. Sherrod, go ahead.
They don't hate their race.
Some of them do.
I got something to
Carl,
say after
some of them do.
Sherrod.
It
Some of
has
them do.
nothing to do with that. It ain't about hate. It ain't about love. Some guys just like what they like. Could it be as simple as that? Because
It
I
could be
can
both, though. It could be
listen
both.
here.
There are
Because
some cases where some people hate their race
I didn't
and
live
some
in
where they don't.
other countries, and don't think for one moment that black women are only badass chicks on this planet. Okay,
I'm sure.
it's not about that. It's just listen. I like what I like. Maybe it's more difficult than that. It's a ball of yarn, and you can pull that
There you go.
that string and go. It could
Correct.
be for a myriad of reasons why they've chosen that white woman. It could be a myriad of things. But sometimes at the end of the day, it's just simple. Maybe they work together. Maybe they have a relationship. Maybe they have a lot of idiosyncrasies and they just see eye to eye on things and it works. One just happened to be white, one just happened to be black.
So
It
Sherrod,
doesn't really matter.
let's address this comment right here. Because Christine said that y'all don't require as much from white women and y'all wife them up. We got to go through all kinds of fire drills, jump through impossible hoops, and wait years before you'll even consider us worthy. And I already said, before you answer, I already said that's a generalization, but that's her experience. So that's that's what she went through.
Stop. I'm not making no excuses. I don't care who it is. Most of these people on the internet that says any type of verbiage relating to that crap, ask them that one question that shuts them up. How many formal dinners do you attend every week? Where do you
Formal
shop
dinners?
at? Formal dinners. Because how many golf courses are you a member of? See, this is where you got to attack the quality of where you shop at that gets those results. What I always say, if you change your mindset, you change your patterns, you change your outcomes. There's no shortcuts around that.
Dre, I see
Also,
you
let me
trying to
say
join.
this.
Yes. Susie and then Destiny.
Let me say this. Like, you said something about rejection hurting. Carl said something about the people that don't
We
want them, something
internalized.
along the lines.
Yeah, we
The people
internalize our
are upset
rejections.
about the ones who they can't get. That's what you said, right, Carl?
Yeah, they don't
They get upset
qualify
about.
for.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. Like, I don't. For me, if a black man is saying like, "Oh, he only date white women," let's say he says that to me. Let's say that was something I wouldn't be hurt because he doesn't want me as a black woman or he doesn't want black women. What's hurtful, I'm not the type of person to act like I don't get hurt. I'm very sensitive. If something hurts me, I'm not going to act out in rage to cover up the fact that I'm hurt. I'm going to show that I'm hurt. So what hurts me about the whole racial conversation is not when black men only choose white women or Hispanic women, whatever, that's his business. What hurts me is when they damage the reputation of black women, when they're trying to make sure nobody wants black women, when they're trying to make it seem like black women are difficult as a whole, black women are problematic, black women only want Pookies and Ray Rays, black women are A, B, and C. When they like try to fuck us up as a whole and make sure we're undesirable to everybody, that's the hurtful part. Take who you want and go on about your business and be happy. Love that person, praise them, because if that's your woman, that's your snow bunny or whoever you have, praise them because that's what you're supposed to do to your partner. But don't put down other races to make it harder for us as black people, men and women. We already have it hard, black, both genders. So why make it harder for us? That's all.
Can I go?
Yep.
Yeah, so I agree with what Susie's saying. It's really a layered conversation. Like there's many layers to that, why black men choose to marry white women conversation. But I think Susie's right. I think the issue comes in is when you are dating a white woman and then you use like maybe some type of perceived flaw that you see in black women as a justification as to why you date white women. Now if you date white women because I think if you're just attracted to white women, then just say that I'm attracted to white women. I think that they're beautiful. And then there's probably like a whole nother conversation about like, you buying into the Eurocentric standard of beauty or whatever. But that's another conversation. Just say you're attracted to white women. But it's like I feel like some brothers just feel like they need to like they gotta justify it somehow. Like they gotta say like, oh, it's because black girls are ghetto or they wear weave or they're crazy or something like that. No, just stand on your square, stand on business, and say, "Hey, I like white women." But I feel like some of them, it don't feel right coming out their mouth. Like it doesn't sound
Well,
right.
I'm
So
gonna
it's
tell
like they
you
don't want
how
to say that.
I'm gonna tell you how I interpret that, babe. When they say, "Well, it's because black women did this to me," you have some sort of anger or ought or hatred towards black women, and that's why you're using them as an excuse for where you went. And if it's uncomfortable for them to say, hey man, I just like white girls, if it's uncomfortable, then they have not even accepted themselves, and they're not being honest with themselves about what they really like. That's all I'm saying. You know what
So
I'm
what's
saying? Like,
wrong with a black
you don't have to.
albino? I'm just saying,
Black
what's wrong with a
albino.
black albino
Oh,
Because it ain't skin
extremely
tone.
light skinned?
Okay, now we getting deep. Carl. You know why? I'm
that's
gonna
what I'm saying.
tell
It's
you
a
why.
layered
Okay,
I'm gonna
conversation.
tell
okay,
you we
Dr.
getting deep.
Umar.
I'm gonna tell you why. They don't listen. They not going for white skin tone. They're going for white culture. They're going for white attitude and white girl privilege. Check this out, y'all. Check this out. Y'all know
Until
in
they
the
face in 10 years.
until they face
Go
in
ahead.
25 years or 10 years. Listen, when back in the 70s, people would jive talk. Oh man, what up? What up, sucker? All that BS.
Yeah,
Now,
jive turkey.
right, and now people kind of have stuff they say in the streets. We put on a mask and we say, I'm a act black, I'm a act hard, I'm a act cool, I'm a act down, I'm a act. White people can also have an act, a mask, a face. And white girls have a white girl mask and face. And not all, please hear me out, because people will hear me say white and black and they'll think I'm prejudiced. I'm not, but I'm telling the truth. You have people who, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Oh my God, that's so cute. That's so big. Oh my God, yeah. Oh, sounded
Look
like
at
Paris
Daphne's
Hilton.
face.
Sound like Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian clones.
Valley Girl.
Kardashian's like the Valley Girl. Back in the days, it was Valley Girl. Now it's Paris Hilton, or you're being a Kardashian. Kardashians ain't even white, but they act and sound like that American Valley white girl image that was created back in the 80s and all of that. It's just an updated version. And what I'm saying is, some brothers, when you say why not get with a black albino, because they just like light skin, they don't just like the skin. They like the mentality and the mask that they consider white girls to have. And that's why if you have a black girl that acts or sounds white, that same guy will go for the black girl that acts white versus the black girl that acts black or hood, or you see what I'm saying?
We should have canceled that movie White Chicks when it came out, because I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of media that encourage and helps brainwash that type of behavior.
Christine said it. It's called code switching.
It is called code switching.
Code switching. Code switching.
It's called code switching. She right.
Mm-hmm. She said they need it. She said they need a trophy because they be acting.
Hi, Yvette. I'm glad you're back.
Me too. I don't know what was going on.
Yvette.
Curls drop.
Yvette, hold on. Where's my friend? Let me pull Yvette to the. There it is.
Uh-oh.
Yvette, how's your
He was
plumbing?
out there saying the plumber.
How's your plumbing?
Whoa,
she's
and you
thirsty.
drinking water
How's your plumbing?
at 12 o'clock at night?
Yeah. Yvette had to see a man about a horse.
Or a man about a dog.
Wait a minute.
Y'all gonna stop this.
How big was his pony?
She hasn't said penis tonight. But
she have to say it.
No, I have not.
You almost got her to say it. She didn't say it. Dave, do you think men are more confused about what women want? Wait, do you think men are more confused about what women want? Are women more confused about what women want? Or are women more confused about what men want?
The whole world is confused what women
Go ahead.
want. It doesn't matter if it's man or woman. They all confused.
Hold on. Somebody said, where's Mr. Al Tariq? He's coaching basketball. He's coaching basketball tonight, Christine. Al, in fact, has told me he can't do the show as consistently as he used to because basketball has been picking up for him. So shout out to Al and his basketball coaching. So to answer your question, Susie, I think women are the most confusing out of everybody, because I think women are confused about what women want, and men are confused about what women want. Men are pretty consistent, and we know what we want. We're pretty simple. Matter of fact, you keep his balls empty and his stomach full, and you just be his piece. You're not gonna have no problems from that man.
Yeah.
That's a damn lie. Because these dudes' balls be empty from 10 different women and still don't be at peace.
No.
That's not a
I
man
Wait a
though.
minute.
Can I
That's
get
not
an
a man.
amen?
No. See,
That's not a
I
man.
just told you
Uh-oh, Carl.
But
where
I
do
give you
you
that.
shop at?
I give you
Didn't
that.
I tell
I
you
give you
that?
that.
Where do you shop at? Because that's not universal paintbrush for black men.
Well, she's right. You're right too. It's not universal, but let's
It's
keep
not,
her.
but it's
Let's
a
keep
lot,
her
a
experience.
large
Her experience.
percentage.
A lot of women have
That's not my
experienced that.
experience. That's my
Where
observation.
well, damn it.
Two
Okay, well,
different things.
I'm using your example, your observation.
You see, we can't do this.
So let me ask you a question. So let's
Look at
go
Carl.
down.
Don't throw your hands up with me yet, Carl. Don't do it.
No,
Oh,
cutie. I'm just saying. Have you ever been in a room of 40 men that was faithful to and comfortable and content with what they have for years?
I'm not saying this is all black men. I've been around men who've been married for a long time, but then it breaks my heart because I thought they were faithful and happy. And then you get to know them more and you find out that they step out quite a bit. That
All right,
doesn't make
stop
them,
going to
it's
then
just
stop
the
going to church
reality.
then. Stop going to them black
It's not,
churches then.
trust me, it ain't
All
church. That's where the freaks at. I'm
Carl,
talking
you know
about
better.
like in the fire department, the police
You
department,
know
you
better.
know,
those
yeah,
are
like
just, but remember,
I'm
you
not
got to
trying to
remember,
paint black men as bad.
right.
That's number one. I love black men. Like Donald Trump. I love the black man. I love black
I, I,
men.
I think,
Like
No,
Donald
he
see,
don't even say that.
Hold
He
on.
said, "I love the blacks. I love the
Oh
blacks."
God.
I'm gonna give you credit though, cutie. I'm gonna make this very clear. I'm gonna give you credit. Certain jobs do create an environment for men to think they can live out their 20s, their youthfulness. So when you're talking about jobs that keep you away from home for a long time, yeah,
oh
those are
yeah.
jobs, truck
Okay.
driver, correction. I mean, come on. You're away from home 12, 15 hours daily,
I didn't think
So
about that.
functionally.
hold
Yeah.
on, guys. I got to jump back in because I want to play the last clip. This tonight has
Uh-oh.
been great. We are, and I want to say something too, Susie. I told you I was like, I don't know, my energy tonight. I wasn't sure if it was gonna be a good night. Whenever I
It
say that,
always
we end
works
up having
out.
a great night. It always works out. So shout out to God for giving us a great show. When I was like, "Oh, I don't know if it's gonna work tonight. All right, I want to play this clip. Check this out, y'all. This is supposedly we said what men want, and we talked about
Carl called me cute, y'all, but go
what
ahead.
men and women do.
You
What it
are
called?
cute.
Oh God, oh Lord. Here we go.
What is important to them, what they do want, they want a guy who shows that he can be a provider. And that doesn't necessarily mean like you have a big paycheck and you drive a nice car, but it means that you have ambition and drive and interest to get things done. Women want status, which we sort of just talked about. They want to feel desired and they want to have fun. And if you are missing one of these three things, you probably aren't going to be a romantic partner for her. So if you're high status and you're having fun, but you're not appropriately expressing your desire, like the romantic side, she might think you're an awesome guy and even really compelling. She's not going to sleep with you. She's not going to be romantically interested in you. Or if you're flirty and fun and you are telling her, giving her the desire point and you're having a good time with her, but she doesn't see that you have status and that you're going places, she might entertain you in the moment, but she's also not going to see you as long-term potential.
So
She's talking about white people. She ain't talking about the black side. So that doesn't apply.
hold up. She
That doesn't
said
apply.
status. She said status. She said fun, and she said romantic. Those are the three things she said women really want. And
That
we
doesn't
said some
apply.
stuff earlier about stability and all of that. So let me ask Susie and let me ask Yvette, the two ladies in the room, and then the guys can answer. Do you guys agree that a woman wants status, that a woman wants fun, and a woman wants desire or romance?
Yvette can go first.
Okay. Well, I agree with some of what she said because I know for myself, let me speak for me. I'm silly, so I need someone that knows how to laugh and don't take themselves as seriously because for me, without laughter, life is not great. I have to laugh, have a good time, and no matter what I do, work and everything. So people who know me know Yvette comes with this positive, happy-go-lucky energy. That's number one. So you don't have to be like me 24/7, but at least know how to laugh at a joke or two and don't take yourself. So, don't be uptight. Status, I'm not into titles, so I don't really care about status, but that having a dream, ambition, and drive, you gotta have that. Because ain't nobody trying to have somebody just want to, go sit on the corner all day or, sit at home on the couch all day. So, I mean, status is nice if you have it, and then yes, you need to have the romantic part. And I think, and I don't want to just say Black men, but I feel like a lot of Black men miss out on the real passionate part of it. They know how to have sex, but they don't know how to truly just make love.
You know why? You know why, Yvette? I know why you're saying that. I know why you're saying that. I know why. Because you be dating plumbers.
Oh, they go to sign. Where's the number? Oh, slow motion. Slow motion.
Y'all notice she didn't say no.
Wait a minute. Did I hear plumber?
You had to be here.
Carl, you wasn't on here.
Hour number one, Carl.
So let me give you the backstory because they keep messing with me, Carl. Before coming on, I was telling them I almost didn't make the show tonight because I have a leak in my kitchen and the plumber is coming in the morning. So ever since I said that, they're making it into something totally different.
So you got somebody coming over to lay some pipe down. Okay.
Come on.
I got you.
Men speak the same language. He wasn't even here.
And show y'all my kitchen. There's water everywhere. Like I am not joking. I got a serious leak here.
Oh, so you need somebody to come clear out the pipe then.
It is.
Kitchen means coochie.
Somebody to come with their snake.
If this guy come up in my coochie, I'm closing down the shop, okay? If this guy didn't show up here tomorrow with his butt crack, he will not be up in this, okay?
But suppose the plumber come over and look like Morris Chestnut.
No, because I got a man. Why would I do that?
I know that's right. You better speak.
I got a man.
All right. Hey, you know what? We know. Hold on. For those that don't know, Yvette got a man. So we're going to.
Since when?
We're gonna, it is. Yvette got a man, so we're gonna respect. We're gonna respect the. Hold on, and I want her man. I want her man to know that we have fun on After Dark. We have fun on After Dark. We respect the relationship. We just teasing Yvette because if you go back and watch episode 97 through 1997, she mentions penis in every episode in some form or fashion.
Every single one.
Running joke. That's the running joke we play. We always mess with Yvette.
Everyone.
so today she code switched.
I just want to win.
Well, officially, I'm going to say officially, about July of last year.
What? Hey, I can confirm that because I knew before the wedding.
Yeah.
She was like, Dave,
it was too new.
Yeah, she's like,
I just move slowly. People got to prove themselves. I don't, you don't just become my man. I need to.
No, I know that about you. That's why I said. That's why I'm like, what? July last
Christine said, "How did we end up here?"
Oh wow.
Hold on, Valley Girl had a point earlier. She said, "I heard recently that some people like the idea, but not the reality, such as the relationships or marriage. Like they like the idea."
I told you the benefits, the convenience of it, not the responsibility.
You're right. Go ahead. Speak.
Yeah.
What I said.
You've been quiet.
Hold on, before I let Sherrod go ahead, land your plane, Carl.
No, I was saying. Remember what I said before, even with you and with that. I said. We're not concerned today about, damn, the person I'm about to give a chance with, sleep with, will they wipe the crap from my ass if I got sick? We're not asking those questions.
Yeah, and we should be asking what's gonna happen when I'm older. Is it a flash in the pan or whatever?
I want to answer that question.
That's on my list.
I gotta moderate because at this rate we about to go over 2 hours. Okay, I know Yvette got to go to bed. I know.
I ain't gotta go to work tomorrow. I'm waiting for the plumber.
Susie on call and might have to hang up immediately. Sherrod got kids who've been coming in and out. That's about to go to sleep because That's gonna go to sleep. But right before
You know what?
right
You're
before
gonna
you
stop
sleep,
treating people
she
like
gonna do
they
this.
AARP in here. We're listen. We got no curfew. Let's rock out with the box out.
No,
Yeah,
no,
he
no.
always
Hold
been
on,
trying
man.
to.
Not with
Hold
the
on,
box.
brother.
Not with
Hold
the
on,
box
brother.
out. Not with the box out. Carl, hold on. Carl, I gotta say this. I am married, so I do have a curfew. Because when my wife do like this, it's time for all of y'all to leave.
So wait a minute.
Destiny, can he stay out and play?
I don't want to.
So
You're
wait
not
a
hearing what
minute.
I'm saying.
Let's get
I
back.
don't want to.
All right.
I go to
He
no, I
always
don't
be
want
trying
to.
to end the good shows
When my
early.
wife go to bed, I go to bed, or if I fall asleep on the couch. But
So let me
I love y'all.
say a couple of things. Number one, let's get back to the point of I think that in certain cultures, and I'm dialing back because I didn't get a chance to talk about it.
Okay.
White women, white women act that way they do because I know because I, long time ago, I used to ask white women these questions. So the way they act like this because their culture is to build, right? That like white women culture, the reason they act the way they do and the reason she sounds like that, that is innately instilled in her as a child.
oh my god, oh my god, like that.
That is innate. Like I mean, forget about the tone and how she conveys it. What I'm saying is the thought process, the mindset. That's a
Okay,
mindset that is instilled in her through her village, through her mother's mother, and they see their fathers doing that. I'm not saying that our village doesn't necessarily teach those things, but I've seen over the course of my life in certain aspects, not all, our village does not do that for our young women. And they don't do it because culturally there's so many other things that they're trying to teach them and other things that they have to deal with in order to work. They're not worried about sucking their husband's dick when they come in the house, no matter what kind of day they had. Their mothers
I'm
aren't
glad
talking to her.
everybody knows it's a grown up show. I'm glad they know this is after dark.
Their mothers aren't talking to them about that because they're trying to tell them how to keep a good man or trying to help him.
Yeah,
That's why black women aren't talking like that. So therefore, when a man says, "Hey, I can go over here and get it easier," or is more conducive to what the things I need, that's what men gonna do. Cause see, I went to my brother's 40th a couple of years ago, and he said men only need a couple of things: pussy and liquor. They don't really need a lot. They really convenient with those things.
and
Now,
peace,
everybody might not agree with that,
and
but like
peace.
a lot of times men
Peace.
have a tendency to go in other cultures because it's more compliant and it's more subservient. They know how to serve men. That's just the truth.
There's a
Christine,
difference between a
Christine,
woman that lets you
Christine, we
move in
grown.
and require you to pay bills versus a chick that lets you move in and say you don't have to pay bills.
Yeah. Well, that's not what
Right.
that's but that's not the topic at hand though. The topic at hand is no, that's not the topic we're talking about. What
Who
we're
is
saying
this
is
nigga?
no. That's not what we're talking about.
That is the topic
No,
because you're
no,
talking.
no.
All right,
That's
guys.
not what we're talking about at all.
Sherrod, what are we talking about?
No, so what I'm saying is when you brought up the clip about the white women, that's a mindset from them.
Yeah,
Like the reason that some women have a tendency to pull closer to their sons because there's some things that's going on in their life and they can't get a man. So they have to get that unconditional love from their children. White women are completely different in how they grew up and how they were raised. What Yvette? What you got?
you
What
Go
gotta
ahead
go.
Yvette?
and land your plane so I can respond to all
No,
that.
I've landed it.
All right, go
Okay,
ahead,
thank
Yvette.
you. Okay,
You got a broken
so
wheel.
what you're saying part of it is true because I have a part of it, meaning they are cultivated a certain way. Most cultures are. They're cultured a different way. Blacks, as you know, are a little different because of the breakdown of the family. That was done by design, and anyone on here should know that that was done by design. So us learning how to, because our men are not in position, not all, but most of our men are not in position to have a status as she spoke of. because of tradition. So we're just catching up, and we're still trying to catch up, and now we're about to be put back behind again. So that's number one. So that's why she was cultivated to be that way and to speak that way. And I've been around white girls that says, "Oh, Yvette, white women marry for security." Because here she was talking about the guy who put the rock on her finger, how they getting ready to get married, but not once I heard her say, she loved that man. I said, do you love him? She says,
love ain't got nothing to do with it.
But exactly, that's what I'm saying, and that's what she told me. That was back in the day, and this white woman that I was working with, and I'm hanging out with them at the club. That's what she said. She goes, "We don't marry for love mostly. We marry for security." Because she was talking about this guy, but she was talking about the pool guy that she was gonna screw later on. And I was like, "What? Wait a minute."
That's why it's more known that they get married recycling more than we do.
Yeah, they do.
They got married 4 or 5 times. They only fit 6. Elizabeth Taylor, come on now.
And that's true too. Now, when I used to produce this show, and I was with the woman who was the host of the show, who was funding the show, we were at this major studio, and she's married to old Palm Beach money now. This woman got money. She married to Palm Beach money, old money. And while we're in this studio, she's pointing out, "This is going to be my next husband." And I'm looking at her like, "What?
Black women ain't thinking like that.
You got one taking care of you." Like,
it's harder for us to get chosen as a wife, though. A lot of Black women do want to be wives. A lot of us want to be wives, but a lot of times men have been through stuff. It's true. A lot of people mask what they really want because they don't want to seem soft or vulnerable or feel rejected. So they act a certain way, which is counterproductive to what they're trying to get. It's like, if you're trying to get married, you can't mask that that's what you want by showing something else, because it's going to push you further away from your goal. So it's stupid. That's why I'm open to being emotional. I'm open to being hurt. I'm open to be to laying everything on my sleeve, because lucky for me, just because I'm independent doesn't mean I want to be alone. Right. That is a superpower, because I don't need anything from someone. If a man breaks my heart, I'm not going to cease to exist. If he leaves me, I will still have my house. I will still pay my bills, and I can live to love again. Right. But a lot of women will act like they don't want this, and a lot of men will act like they don't want certain things because they don't want to get hurt or look stupid. But you have to take a risk to get what you want.
Susie, I have a go ahead, baby, and then I got a question for Susie.
No, it's because Susie said Black women want to be wives, but a lot of us are not chosen to be wives. It's because society devalues Black women. Yes. So, like, out of all women, Black women are at the bottom because we're furthest from the standard, which is white women. So the closer you are, the closer your proximity is to being white, the more value you are in this society. So because we're on the complete opposite of that, Black women get devalued more.
So the piece of cooperation,
cooperation
and the interdependency skill, that's what's making y'all farther apart from the white women.
I can't hear you. What did you say?
No.
Okay, well, go ahead, Dave. I was just saying
I can't hear you.
By the parameter that you was just using, it would be safe to say that the piece, the cooperation, and the interdependency skills is what's separating y'all, the Black from the white woman.
No, I think what Destiny was saying was the appearance and the behavior. All right, like proximity. Like, in other words, Carl, you and I are dark. If we had Steph Curry on here, who's high yellow, what Destiny is saying is he would more likely be picked if he was a female because of his proximity to whiteness versus you and me if we were females, because we just so dark.
Okay, I got you.
Right, baby? Proximity to whiteness.
Yeah, because white is the standard in this society. Like, white hair, I mean, brown, whatever, blonde hair, blue eyes, whatever. That's the beauty standard. So the closer you are to that.
Sorry to interrupt. Isn't it also white behavior, babe?
Yeah, like if white women are considered like the standard, like they're timid and they're, proper.
But they're not.
They're like virtuous or whatever.
They're not, Yvette, but since we're being honest.
No.
Black women are at the bottom because society thinks that Black women are ghetto.
It's a
Black men.
societal thing.
It
Right.
is, and
That's
black
what she
men are at
said.
the bottom.
Destiny
And
said
black
that.
men are
Yeah.
at the bottom because white society think that
Well,
are dangerous and are
Yes.
only useful for breeding and entertainment. That's why
you're
we're
still you're still
Well,
a man though, so you
white
still
people are
have
better
that
at
leg
acting.
up. Like black women are
Right.
at the bottom
Come
because
on,
we're
Destiny.
doubly
And
Talk to
nobody,
us.
marginalized.
you're right, Jess, because nobody protects
Come
us.
on,
Right.
Like
Destiny.
So black
nobody
man is still
protects us.
more
Nobody
valuable
looks out
than
for us. Nobody
I want
protects
to
us. Nobody.
I want to make something clear. I am agreeing with my wife. I am not taking away the fact that black women are devalued in America. But what I am saying, I'm saying that black people are devalued. But you're right, because men are men and it's a man's world, right? We get more value than the black woman because we can be used for breeding, for entertainment, for our the strength of our shoulders or whatever. White society will find use for a black man sooner than it will a black woman, unless they just want to sexualize black women. Now, if we talking about sexualizing, black women are the most sexualized women on the planet.
Of course. Because they got better looking bodies, better skin tone. Come
The
on.
Latinos are coming up though. They about to. I don't know. It's
No.
getting. We about
That's
to
what I
lose
keep
all
trying to
our
tell
freaking.
y'all. That's what I keep trying to tell
One
you.
at a,
They're
one at a time.
promoting Latina
One at,
women
one
a
at a
lot
time.
now. Is what I'm
They're
saying.
not. They're not.
Hold on, Rod. I want to get a clear statement, and then you coming next. What'd you say, Susie?
I mean, like they're promoting them a lot now because now they're saying how black women used to be known for our curvaceousness, or black
Right.
women have nice full lips and a small waist and a big ass, right? But now they're
Mhm.
promoting any Latina woman that looks like that. They're not showing the round Mexican women. They're showing the Puerto Rican and the Cuban
Mm-hmm.
women that are shaped similar to black women, but because they also have the skin of the white women, they are uplifting them higher. They're trying
They
to
Yeah.
move them
promoting
over to
men.
black women.
Okay, go ahead,
They
Rod.
promoting men.
Yes.
Susie, let me ask you a question.
Uh-oh.
They're promoting that now. You think these women that are Latino descent and Mexican descent just not getting these bodies? You think that just happened? Forget about BBL. You think they
Oh, that's
just
a good question.
you think that just
No.
happening? Because
No.
their ass got dropped off the boat first now.
Mm.
I mean,
They always had the body,
No,
but we're talking about how
Yeah,
they was
they
the
always
presented.
had.
promotion of
How
them.
they always had a
They're
body.
still trying to.
they're getting promoted now, maybe because of their skin color. But like I told you before, you can go in other parts of the world and you could have seen that
Mhm.
20, 30, 40 years ago.
Bad. Yeah,
I'm
right.
talking about
But the
bad black
promotion.
women. Bad black women that are
We,
not black, that are
So
Yeah, but
Latinos,
I
that
know what you
Hispanic.
mean.
that's
I
passport
know what
bros.
you mean.
Those are the guys that highlighted those type of women. The passport bro
yeah,
came back into play. They highlighted all the Brazil and the Colombia and all that stuff. And guess what?
but
But
but we're all
Uh-oh, Dave
three.
has
We're
his
all
hand
three.
raised.
You know why? Because I'm trying not to use my mic and over talk. We're all agreeing. All right, Damaris,
Yes.
PR Diva said Latino women are also black, and that's your point, Sharad. When the transatlantic trade, slave trade came over, they stopped in Cuba, they stopped in DR, they stopped in Haiti before they got to the States. So I
And
do understand
Argentina and all those
in
other
Argentina,
Brazil too. People don't talk about that, but they all
absolutely.
went down.
And I do agree, and I do agree that Latinos, a lot of them have black descendants. So you have Africans that were delivered to Argentina, South America, everywhere, and North America. So I agree 100%. However, we also can agree, Damaris and Sharad, to Susie's point, and that's in 2025. Some of these cultures don't even consider themselves nowhere near black.
That
I
is
just
correct.
I just
That is
saw
correct.
a graphic that said Haiti and the Dominican Republic. It's the same island, which used to be called Española. It's the same island, but Dominicans are like, we ain't black. How? Y'all are Haitians mixed with Spanish. What the hell is you talking about? You
I
are
mean,
black. It's
they
just farther
definitely look
down.
black.
Yeah, it's farther down the line. But and to
But why
Dessa's
do
point,
black people
and
want Latino people to be black so bad? Why are black people like let them choose what they
well,
want to be?
I'll
Because if you
I'll
have
say
to know
this.
their history to know whether or not they black, then
You do, but I'll say this, Susie, is because and this is where I went off
I don't
a
care.
few
As long as they
shows
look
ago,
like
right?
Susie, I'm good.
It's because you are not on mute, sir.
Oh,
You are not on mute, Carl. I'm putting you on mute, Carl. I hear macking. Yeah,
Out
I
of
see what Carl
control.
doing. He listen.
No, no,
Yeah.
Yvette. When you did Yvette, though, I gotta say this: Yvette is glowing. It's been a while since I saw it.
Yes.
You're glowing, chick.
Well, thank you. Sickles around.
There it
Yo,
is.
sure, right.
There it is.
It's not because of the plumber.
It is. But Susie, here's why some black people want Latinos to claim their African heritage. Because I said this on an earlier show about race in America. Black people get shit on. We don't get no respect, man. So not only did we build America from the ground up, and not only do we have birthright citizenship, right, in America, and we don't get the respect. We don't get the respect that we went to South America through the same slave trade, and we mixed with natives in South America. We mixed with Native Americans. We mixed with Mexicans. We mixed with the Spaniards that came over and colonized those same areas. But the black slave trade went all over the world, and we cannot be denied for being beautiful when we helped create some of these very cultures that are so exotic and beautiful that came from our DNA. And don't call, in other words, don't call a black American ugly because he got big lips or she got big lips or kinky hair. When we helped y'all come with the hips and the hair and the noses and the lips, go back and chase the DNA. Africa has been in every continent.
That's true, but at the same time, it doesn't benefit a black person
that's not true. That's
to
not true.
try to pull.
Hold on. One at a time. Right. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Susan B.
It doesn't benefit a black person. Just like right now, when they come out with all these minority, they never say black programs. Like when they have the first time home buyers minority program they have now, they help minorities. Why don't they ever say black? So now when the minorities, which includes the black and the Hispanics and the Latinos, are coming to sign up for these things, they prefer to give it to the Hispanics and the Latinos because we want to include everybody to be black. And also when you say a Latino person is black, that gives these black men an excuse instead of just saying, I like the fairer skinned women. Now they can say, no, but she's black too. I hear a lot of men say, oh no, I love black women. I like these Puerto Rican this and Cuban that. And it's not the dark skinned Puerto Ricans. It's the Caucasian passing Puerto Ricans. Yes. It's just giving them an excuse to just not be honest. Just say this is what you like.
I see you, Sherrod. Go ahead, Rod. Let me answer, and then I'm gonna let Rod go because we both are long-winded. Susie, I think the difference is yes, sir, we both are. Susie, I think what I'm saying is I think you're saying black American, and I think I'm saying black African. I think we're saying two different versions of black, because when you're saying why do we want Latinos to be black, that's a black American struggle. That civil rights and hey man, y'all need to deal with us and help us first. That's a black American. I'm talking about slavery from Africa. A lot of these nations have African DNA, and they shit on Africa, and they shit on Africa like Africans are just monkeys and booty scratchers and ignorant and ugly, right? Yet they want our lips, they want our noses, they want our hair, they want, and if they don't want all of our hair, they want some of our hair. Like Destiny said,
so if they feel that way, leave them over there.
They want blackness, but they don't want to be black.
Right. So why are black Americans forcing them to identify with their blackness? This is how they feel about their black part, the full blackness.
I'm gonna tell you why.
That way, leave them. Let them be.
I agree. Let people be, but what you're not gonna do is disrespect your mama. And if your mama had a black titty from 13 generations ago, then you better respect your damn mama. If the black race helped make you Mrs. Dominican Republic, if the black race helped make you Miss Brazil, if the black race gave you them hips, Shakira, down the line, then you better recognize some of this black Cuban, black something. That's why I like when people say I'm Afro-Cuban. I'm Afro-Salvadorian. That's when I go, hey, you know what? God bless. because you're saying I'm both. I'm Cuban, so I'm Latina, but I'm black because I got that down the line. I respect that more than saying I'm Spanish, I'm Cuban, I'm not black. Look at your history. Yes, you
My
are.
family is black Tinos. Half of
Amen.
my family is black Tinos.
I respect
And
the
I
black,
think
the black breast milk. Sorry.
Mm.
Go ahead,
And I
Jess.
think they ignore they try to ignore their African heritage. But I think what irritates black people is like they the way in which they try to distinguish themselves from black people or blackness or African or whatever, it's like they say it like it's something bad, like it's something negative. So I
Mm.
Yeah.
think that's why black people push back against it so much.
Yeah. Hold on, Yvette. Sherrod, you got the floor. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's all good. Hey, two things. Number one, there are some continents that we ain't been to. We ain't fucking with Iceland and we ain't fucking with Antarctica. It's too goddamn close. Niggas do not go there. They don't live there. They don't reside there. They'll go to Africa, but that's about it, sir. They're not there. Yvette's not going to fucking Antarctica, okay?
I don't even
Ain't no plumbers there.
Oh
no,
no,
I
there's
didn't think you
plumbers
go
there.
there.
There's hey, hold on. Whoa. There's definitely plumbers there, man, because there's a pipeline there. There's a
Ooh,
You're
that
right.
pipeline
was a
there.
good
It
one.
is.
Number
It
two,
is.
But it has oil.
this is the key.
Yeah.
And only black women say this. You don't hear no other ethnicity say this. That's my truth. That's my truth. You only hear black women say that. You don't never hear nobody else say that.
Damn,
The
it's getting
truth of the
personal.
matter is,
It's
and it
getting
goes back
personal.
to my point that I said before. Why do black men or any ethnicity or any man have to say what culture he likes? He likes what he likes. Like Fight Dog said, I love a young black Puerto Rican and Haitian. That means he likes all spectrums of the color wheel. It doesn't matter. His preference is his preference. If he like light-skinned Dominicans, he like light-skinned Dominicans. That's what does it for him. If he likes dark-skinned Dominicans, he likes dark-skinned Dominicans. I don't
You know,
care what you like. Whatever makes you happy, it makes you happy. I don't care.
Gerard,
I really don't. I don't get caught up in.
I agree with
Like
that, Sharon.
a lot of times I listen to conversations and I don't really go down into the minutia because I'm not pro black. Let's go back to African Bambaataa type shit all the time. I'm not.
Yeah.
Like who you like. Love who you love.
Gerard,
And
Gerard,
whatever that means to you, that's what it means to you.
Gerard. I would
Sherrod,
agree with
Hold on,
you.
hold on, hold
Sherrod,
on, hold
the
on.
honorable, the honorable,
Sherrod with a SH.
the
And then
honorable
and hold
Sherrod
on.
Nathan Kynes.
So
Sherrod.
make it a super quick response and then Yvette, because she's been waiting
Oh, you can
patiently.
just call me
Oh,
Rod. Just call me Rod, good
okay.
brother.
Well,
You
I
about to
was
get
going
off.
to
You
say,
about to get off on that horse, though. You
I'm
was
just
on the
saying,
horse. You about to get off.
listen, I'm trying to promote marriage and long-term relationships here. So I'm not going to sit here and co-sign the guys out here trying to have international dick. I prefer if you just try not
Whoa,
to have
whoa, 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 whoa,
international
whoa.
dick by tasting the rainbow of
I
colors
asked you
and
who
shades.
this nigga on that nail. Hey, Snowball.
Oh, Snowball. That's classic.
Well played, Dave. That was right on time.
That.
Listen,
No,
That's you. That's you.
but no, brother. I don't think you need to co-sign him, right?
Rod, I'm just saying, I can't take the smell of nothing but black. So
That's cool.
That's
That's
fair.
your preference, though, right?
That's
that's
fair.
not a preference, that's a standard.
That's
Okay,
whatever
and
whatever we
that's
want to
your
call it.
standard,
We're gonna let him have it. We're gonna let Yvette respond because she's
That's
been
a
waiting patiently.
standard.
right?
So now because we went across from where I was trying to get from, but I just want to say I also had this conversation yesterday with one of my patients, and again, we have the reason why the Black Americans and all the other blacks from across the waters don't identify with us is because they didn't go through the same struggle. I know, like
That's true.
Susie, you could agree with this here with me because I usually have this conversation with somebody that is Jamaican, and this was my patient. She was Jamaican yesterday, and it took me until I became an adult to actually understand it. Jamaica, Haiti, and all these places are normally surrounded by everything black. Their police is black, their teachers are black. So on the most part, So with all their blackness, they don't go through the same culture shock as we Americans go through, where we have our, I don't want to say oppressors, but we have to deal with the way that America was built with the racism. You know what I'm saying? So they don't deal with that same thing. So when they come here to America, their mindset is from where they come from, where they are considered to be, forthcoming, educated, or they're seeking education. They want to be cream of the crop, where Black Americans seem like it's supposed to just be given. Even though our ancestors did the hard work, we feel like it's supposed to just be given to us. So that took me till now to understand why they feel that way. And even when I was in college, I had a chick from England who, she was pissed off with me because she kept getting upset because she was being identified as Black. And I said, girlfriend, I said, they don't know that you're from England until you open your mouth and speak. I said, if there's a white man looking at me and you, they just see Black. Girl, we Black. Period. That's all they gonna see. So when you come here, you have to adjust to where you are. As they say, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. So that's what you need to do, because life gonna be hard for you if you keep thinking that way. Great, come here, do what you gotta do, but don't think that you're better, because in this country, we're all lumped up as one. So we have to move as one, but we don't. We're never gonna get nowhere until we can come to that realization. We are considered one here, so we got to move and work together in unison, but we don't do that. So that was my one point. And my second point, I'm sorry, my second point about the preferences. My last name is Quesada. I am married to, I was married to a Dominicano. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't understand that. You know what I'm saying? He, at one point, he did not understand that on the totem pole, when the news do their reports, it was white, Blacks, and they had Hispanic and Chinese, or Oriental, or whatever they call them, Asians at that time. So I was like, nobody, because even me, I didn't know what a Dominican was. I didn't know what a Haitian was. I didn't know growing up at that time, because I was in a town which was kind of like, we had our sections, our Polish, our Italians, our Blacks, and we were kind of mixed up. But other than that, that's all I have to say. So,
I'll say this: in Chicago, we were segregated as well. We had Jewtown, we had Chinatown. I mean, everywhere was Black, in Chicago, but we had certain sections where certain people were, right. And, he said Oriental. Yeah, and listen, and back in the day in Chicago, y'all, I did not know the term Latino. I did not know the term Spanish. All I knew was Puerto Ricans.
Yes.
Wow. So I thought everybody that was Latin in the whole world was Puerto Rican, because that's what I just knew. Oh, them Puerto Ricans. I didn't know Mexico, Dominican Republic, none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we grow up and we expand. I want to play this last clip. We're over our 2-hour time limit. All right. So if anybody has to bail, you can bail. But I'm gonna play this clip because somebody mentioned this. Somebody mentioned earlier, why do men have preferences? Like Black men have certain preferences. And if we say this or do this, why? Okay, this clip right here, we could do a whole show on it. All right, I'm telling y'all right now.
Then don't play it.
15 minutes, because this is a good one. But I gotta play it. My baby gave this to me. All right, this clip says, Jessie Wu says, whenever she hears a man say, "Let me see what you look like without your makeup and your hair done," that just means that he's cheap and can't afford her upkeep. Listen to this.
In our natural state before they get in a real relationship with us. Whenever I've heard a man say, "Let me see what you look like with no makeup. Let me see what you look like without the hair," I feel that man is telling you that he does not have the money to finance your beauty upkeep. Don't come over here thinking that I'm going to go to Sephora and get you some makeup. So I need to see you without all that, because I want to strip you of all that, because I ain't got it. When a man says that to you, he wants to strip you of everything. He doesn't want you to have the thought process of maintaining yourself. And do you see us in our natural state before they get in a real relationship with us?
I need Carl to respond first, and then Sherrod. When we see a woman and say, "I want to see you without your makeup," Are we saying, hey baby, I can't afford your upkeep, so I need to strip you down and make you basic? Is that what we're saying?
No, we're trying to make sure you're a natural biological woman and not a man. We're trying to ascertain the true self of you. Unless you're wearing that fake hair and makeup in the shower, because I got bad news for a lot of women. If you ever get locked up on a DUI or go to jail or prison, they taking it off. When you go in certain places, come on, let's be realistic. You can get away with it in church, but when you're talking about a man, you're not. You know how sad that would be.
You can't get away with it in the water.
I'm just saying. You want me to lay next to you, make love to you, and invest in you for a whole year, and I've never seen you without that damn hat on?
A hair hat.
Come on.
Sherrod, you got the floor. Sherrod, are we saying I'm broke and I just can't afford you and I don't want your upkeep, or are we saying something different?
No,
Sherrod acting like that lady in Pakistan.
Brother, I could not agree with you more. You hitting, hey man, you hitting the nail on the head. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It has nothing to do with my financial status and me being able to keep up with you. It's just I like women with natural hair. I don't like weave. I don't like lashes. I don't like any of that stuff. I like to see you in your natural state, and you're absolutely correct. When a man says that to you, if you automatically equate that to money, there's something psychologically going on, and there's something as far as the insecurity going on. That's a mask. It's a mask. And if you always got on the mask, what kind of magic trick you got underneath the mask?
Right.
I'm gonna ask if you got warrants. Because I don't understand. Really. But I gotta say this though. I'm sorry, real quick, Yvette.
No,
I gotta say this.
Receipts.
Who said that a man is obligated to take care of your makeup and hair and
Come
all
on,
that?
you better preach, Carl. Come on, Carl.
When did that become acceptable? That's your problem.
Exactly.
That's
That's
toxic behavior.
In the movie,
my job is what we call essential responsibility. That means the bills, the house, the vehicle, life insurance. Not your nigga. I gotta get my hair braided. You gonna do mine? Come on.
He said, nigga.
I gotta sit in a damn thing with 30 women to get my hair washed and braided. Are you paying for that? No.
Can I say something as a married man on the panel? A newlywed with my wife watching. You better damn pay for her upkeep, damn it. If you want, let me applaud myself.
You know what? No, that's because you're married to it. But I said
there's an obligation,
and she doesn't require much.
There you go.
Exactly.
Y'all are making great points.
Exactly, because if you just accentuate a little bit, I mean, first of all, just a little bit. Okay, Ebony gets on here all the time. I mean, Destiny. Anytime I see Destiny on here, she has a little bit of lip. And she ain't got to do that to her eyes because she's already popping. Your skin is already flawless. Right. So, like, really, what more? And the smile. Go ahead, smile again, queen. Look at that. Bam. Boom. That's all you need. That there go the beauty right there. Beauty don't need a whole bunch.
I'm not paying nobody's expenses to cover up their bald spot, their receding hairline, their black heads, their mold, their battle wounds. I'm not doing that.
Sheesh.
I'm not doing that.
Well, let me say this, Carl. You're not doing it as a single man finding a wife, but once you find the one and once you marry the one, you absolutely will cover up her receding hairline and her black hairs and whatever else she got going on.
No, I'm gonna be honest.
Tell me why.
Even if I was mad, I would. And the reason why is because if I'm taking care of 90%, whatever you do with your check is what you're doing with your hair, your nails, and everything else.
Okay, so check it out. I feel you. I feel you, but check it out. I feel you. But I'm gonna go biblical on you. I'm gonna go biblical.
Wait a minute. Perfect example. Destiny. Do you pay for his deodorant?
No, because he uses mine.
Exactly. Never mind. Never mind.
So guess what, Carl? She does. Yeah, hold on. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Hold on. No. We're having fun. We're having fun. We're having fun. But let me tell y'all about it, family. And I'm talking to the young kids out here. They ain't never been married, ain't never had a commitment. I'm talking about my nephew and them. All right. Yo, man, you don't want to be out here simping and just paying for stuff. Carl's 100% right. Everybody don't deserve that. But when you find your unicorn, when you find your 100%, your 80%, when you find the one for you, she absolutely
70%.
deserves it.
Why
Yes,
y'all so
whatever.
high?
Whatever. Hey, hold on. See, Carl, you about to make me preach. See, Carl.
I'm saying, what's
Carl,
80%?
no, Carl, no.
70?
Nope, I gotta jump in. Hey, Carl, you Uncle Carl. You the elder.
High school diploma if you get 70% on the test.
Carl, you the elder. You the elder. But this is where Dave. This is where Dave got to step in. Carl,
yes, sir.
We gotta ask God for what we really want. Cause see, you don't want 70%. You want 100. You want the unicorn. That's what you want. You want the tip top. Ask for it. We have not because we ask not. And when we ask, we don't believe. We get what we deserve, not what we want.
What you want, what you really, really want.
Okay. All right.
That was close.
According to your faith. Okay.
You brought it home.
Hear me out. According to your faith. All right. Here's the other thing. So number one, shoot for the stars and you land on the moon. That's the first thing. Number two, you can't have what you want because I got what I wanted. It's exceedingly abundantly more than you could ask or think. I didn't want 70. I went out there and said 28, young, serving God, love her husband. Everything else I said.
I'm not going to contradict myself publicly or privately. I love steak, but damn it, peanut butter and jelly will treat me just fine. I don't need the simplicity.
I agree, Carl, but hold on, but that's not what we're okay. Yes, I'm not going to deny that, right? Peanut butter and jelly will do fine if I just hold on. If
you can hear me blink 3 times, if you need help.
I'm bigging up my wife. What you talking about? My wife is Wagyu beef. You hear me? My wife is $32,000 an ounce. Okay, my wife is the tip
Get
top.
back in this room, Sherrod.
And this is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to say to Carl and others. Yeah, we can live off of peanut butter and jelly. But when you ask, you need to be asking for the steak you really want. And God will give you the steak you really want. Destiny is my steak. I love my wife.
Destiny for the rest of the week, he gets nothing but peanut butter and a bottle of water.
No, that's what you get.
Bottle of water.
That's what you get. This is not what David deserved. David, well, you know what? I'm gonna let my wife deal with all that on tomorrow because tomorrow's Valentine's Day. So
let me say this.
That's why you being extra nice. Okay.
Dave's on in the hole. Dave in the hole. Don't put
no.
Look
at it. Look at it. I bypassed the hole. I ain't in no hole. Carl in the hole.
I'm not in the hole.
Yes, he is. I'm gonna tell you.
Costco's tomorrow.
Carl, we're gonna talk offline. Carl, we're gonna talk offline because Carl was like, hey Dave, man, I love you and Des. I'm proud of you, brother. You found her, you did it. And I want the same for all my friends. Carl, we're gonna talk offline. Because the way you find your destiny.
Know? I already did though.
You did? You off the market too?
Well, I'm about to be.
I'm just
waiting for her confirmation. But I'm about to be.
You supposed to confirm that. That's
no.
Carl, stop. Carl, stop. Just stop. Just stop. Carl, stop. Matter of fact, hold on. I got to put Carl in timeout. Carl, just don't leave. Don't leave. Susie, just keep smiling. Don't say nothing. Just keep smiling. Just keep smiling. Just keep smiling. And I'm gonna say this. Carl, keep that offline. Y'all, you Carl making moves. Carl making moves.
Okay.
Hold on. All right, look, y'all. The show has gone off the rails. I'm gonna let you say your piece, Chris. Jamaican Goddess. Christine said, "Dave, I know you prayed for this beautiful woman into existence, into your life. I saw your struggles. You always kept saying then exactly what you were. Then you always kept saying then what you were exactly saying now. Your faith never wavered. First of all, thank God. Thank God." And yeah, and you know, listen, man, I'm no one. I'm no one but someone that believed. And I went through 16 years of trying to find the right person, and I found my person, and she's manifest right here. And like I said, she's not perfect, but she's perfect for me. And I'm doing my part. Look, y'all, I'm doing my part. I prayed. I looked at her a certain way, and I'm doing my part to keep her on that pedestal. She will never leave that pedestal. That's who she is to me.
And that's beautiful.
You know, and I mean, and I mean this. F everybody else. With all due respect to all my friends.
Absolutely.
Fuck everybody.
As
It's
we
about
should be.
how David Leslie feels about Destiny Leslie. Fuck everybody else. And I mean that. And I mean that with love. I love y'all. But it's me and her. And look, Sherrod was a witness to my struggle. He saw me go through everything. So now that I'm here, I'm holding on to this for dear life. And I'm speaking it up, and I'm doing what I gotta do. I ain't forget the flowers, nigga. You said I forgot the flowers. You said I forgot the flowers. All right, go ahead, Susie, and then we're gonna close the show out. We late. We over our time.
Okay, when you first sent the topic, right, and when you sent the videos, I wrote my immediate thoughts that came after watching the videos. But before I share that, I just want to say how much of a gut punch it is as a Black woman that we are constant on social media, which is programming regular men in the world to believe like the gut punch comes when we're automatically equated to materialistic things and finances. That is some whole shit, in my opinion, that she just said. That was some real prostitution type mentality. And when they keep putting that out there, like that's what Black women are about. If a man wants to see you in your natural space, then they're broke and they can't afford you. So that means you're for sale. You are for sale. I'm not for nobody to buy. You can't buy me. Why would you think that? That's so fucking low vibrational. And I hate that. Stop making men believe that we are equated to what they can do for us financially. Like we can't take care of our fucking selves. Like who they are as a man don't matter. So when he start beating your ass and dragging you by that wig he paid for, you better not say nothing because he's only there to provide for you and nothing else matters. Okay, he can't take you to Cheesecake Factory. He got to take you to some shit where you feel like a high price prostitute. Okay, because that's what you want to be viewed as. That's why you spend all that. Some of these women, the women that speak like that, that's why they spend all of that money, other people money, because they act like they can't pay for their own shit, so they can be treated as a high price prostitute. Black women are not prostitutes. Okay, we need to speak more about how we want to be treated and the type of characteristics we have to offer men outside of fucking physicality and how we could deep throat a dick or how we could twerk our ass or how we are baddies and all this. Uh-oh. Go ahead, Rod.
But they gotta stop being taught that when they was 8, 9, 12, 15 years old by mama. Come on.
Social media is a new parent though.
Yes.
So
yes,
thank you.
You're right. Susie, I love what you said. You're 100% right. This is why on After Dark, we're able to say those very things you just said and say, stop being transactional, ladies. It ain't about how good you suck a dick, and it's not about how fat your ass is. Now don't get me wrong. Now don't get me wrong.
I said it's about how good you suck. He said, "Oh, slow down."
Now, let me correct myself. It's not just about, you know. So you got
It's not the highlight.
You gotta have. Listen, you gotta take care. You gotta take care of your wife and your husband, which means men. It ain't only about how much money you make, but money is important. Men,
it's not the highlight. It's included.
Right. It's not only about your sex drive and your sex ability and romance ability, but that's included. It's a part of it. Ladies, it's not only about how pretty you are and how much you do yourself up, but that's a part of it. So, Susie, you're 100% right. We don't want to reduce ourselves to transactional, but we don't want to go so far that we don't ever wash up or get
Right.
hair and makeup done, and you know what I'm saying. We don't. I don't want you so natural that you smell like me. No.
I hope you washing that
Meanwhile, you
ass
smell like
I need,
every
I
day,
need you to
because
smell like a woman. I need you to smell like a woman.
Okay, I just wanted to come back to one thing, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, for those out there listening, trying to have a relationship, stop getting caught up on the money. Because here's the thing: if she's working and you are working, you put your monies together and you build something, and then you will come to that point where you can stay home. See, because a lot of times people don't realize that's how it works. Sometimes not every man is going to be that gazillionaire, and $1 million ain't really $1 million anymore. But if you have 50,000 and he has 50,000, you got 100. Well, no, you ain't got 100,000 because there's taxes. So, but you put that together and you build on something. You invest, you buy property, you do any of these things for you build, and before you know it, you may be able to sit your butt home and do whatever it is you want to, and go get your hair made up and done up as much as you want to because you're home while he's still bringing home the bacon. But y'all don't even get to that point yet because you want to kill him before he even gets started. You're taking him down. You're never getting off Front Street to get to the street you want to live on because you can't get past today. What about tomorrow?
Can I
And the
get
next day? What about
clarification?
next year? Plan for these things. And Carl, going back to that thing that you were saying about getting a man to wash, getting a woman that's going to wash your ass when you get old. Okay.
Yes.
That's something that you do when you because you're supposed to do those things. I mean, I've seen my mother do it with her husband, till death do part. You know what I'm saying? And you're supposed to, that's the kind of love you're supposed to have. Not that I'm in it while things is going good, and then as soon as it go bad, I'm out. But I will say this: when you've been single for a long time, and then you finally find that one, you want to have at least some fun where y'all both did stuff for each other before I have to start cleaning your ass. At least let me have some fun first before I have to start wiping your ass. Okay.
But see, my thing, but my issue is we're not even ascertaining would they do it in the first place.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Like you're actually sleeping with somebody or making kids with somebody or living with somebody, whatever, or even married to somebody, and you didn't even find out until it was too late. They're not going to do it.
Right. How many points? 10 points.
Come on.
You're right, and you're right.
But I need the clarity from you because I preach a little bit different. Did you say if she got 50,000 and he got 50,000, put it together?
I say that, Carl, because
he's just using arbitrary numbers.
You hear all the subjects and conversations, and everything is always, because again, we got to go back to reality, and we're not in reality anymore. The average household, especially of a Black family, is anywhere between $40,000 to $55,000 a year, the average. And everyone is getting on here speaking 6 and 7 figures now. Everybody don't have 6 and 7 figures. Some of us may luck up and have gotten past that, but some of us have not. The everyday average Joe, because here's another thing. Black women definitely have gone to school and college and getting educated 10 times more than our counterparts. So therefore, if I'm up here educational wise and I can walk into any door and get a job doing anything, and my man is down here because he only just went to high school, he's definitely not going to be making the same kind of money. So,
but see, this is why I keep saying we keep making excuses for the Groupon version of a relationship. I don't give a damn if you making 70 and he's making 50. That does not absolve him from responsibility.
We didn't say, but I didn't say that.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I didn't say that, Carl.
Let me jump in. Let me jump in. Let me jump in.
Let me make this one.
We ain't putting no money together.
No,
we ain't putting no money together.
And you do it so you can grow. But then let me make this understatement. Let me put it in a way that maybe you understand. Okay, and I've said this before. There is one CEO position available. One CEO position, but there's 100 qualified people for this one position. How many people gonna get that job?
The one that's prepared for the responsibility.
One. But that doesn't mean but that doesn't mean that the 100 that was qualified for the position are not worthy to still have a job. They just didn't get that job. So you got to prepare yourself to be second or third or fourth in line. That's just reality, Carl. That's just reality.
So put them in the stock room. But when it comes to men, if you
it's the same with men and women.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Hold on,
because I don't believe strongly from my generation of growing up. If you want coochie, you got to be prepared for the responsibility. That means if you don't have that type of money that can handle the responsibility, you don't get coochie. Period. There's no Groupon in this.
Or a certain type of coochie.
That part.
Caliber.
There you go.
Okay, well,
there you go, Gerard.
all right. Well, if
certain
you
caliber.
want to deal with the dollar store,
Carl,
that's up to you.
Carl, I'm offended because you're
Groupon
over here.
coochie.
You over here talking about Groupon and you ain't paying for nothing and we not going 50-50, but you want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Go on, get your steak.
You know why?
Sir.
You know why?
Go.
Because
I want you to.
I love simplicity. I don't need. When I could go to a 5-star restaurant, I could go to a formal dinner. But
There's
if
a
you
difference.
ask me,
yes,
I prefer a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a cup of tea or coffee, and then it's over with in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't need you to slave in there making 6-course meal. I prefer simplicity.
Okay, I agree, but we're gonna end it here. We're gonna end it here. We're gonna end it here because I thought I heard
let me
you.
Let me share my response.
Yeah,
okay,
Because it's the original topic.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Dave, but I made notes tonight. I did notes tonight.
Okay. Let me respond. Let me respond, Carl.
Go ahead, Dave.
Okay. And then you can go, Carl. We're not going back and forth on this.
No. I'm good.
If you like steak and you want steak, ask God to bring you steak. I'm not saying you can't accept peanut butter and jelly. I'm not saying you can't make it off of cheese and crackers and liverwurst. What I'm saying is, if you desire steak, then that should be your prayer and that should be what you speak into the universe. I desire steak. Now, but if the subtitle is, I desire steak, but I don't require it, I'm cool with whatever God gives me. That's then cool. That's a full statement. That's all. Because I don't want for the people that's listening, and what I'm harping on, Carl, I don't want people to sell themselves short or their desires short. My entire testimony with my wife is I kept saying what I wanted and God did it. I want people to hear that because that's huge. Some people don't think they're worthy. Some people are like, man, I'll never get the job I want. I'll never start my podcast. I'll never lose weight. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not handsome enough. No, I'm saying we gotta stop lying to ourselves. Now, if you're saying, man, I really want steak, but if I find a woman that's just gonna make me peanut butter and jelly, I'm happy with that because I'm not a picky person. Then that's a different statement, and I love that.
But
if
you build yourself to be the man qualified for to have the option of both, come on, dog.
Then you deserve it. Then you deserve it. Go ahead, Christine. I'm sorry. I'm reading Christine and looking at Susie. Go ahead, Susie.
Okay, so when you sent the videos, like so many thoughts came to my mind, and I just it like not every woman doesn't know what she wants. It's just that a lot of times people try to tell them what they want. So here's my response to the videos you sent. What do I want as a woman? Okay. I want men to stop telling me what I want and what I should want. Okay. I want men to stop telling me how I should be when the option is there for them to go find that somewhere else. Okay. I want women to stop thinking they speak for all women. I want to be protected and provided for emotionally. I want my man to respect my intelligence, accomplishments, and knowledge, not view me as inferior due to me being a woman. I want loyalty. I want my feelings to be respected. I want public displays of affection. I want a man who doesn't even entertain women flirting with him or testing our relationship. He checks it right away. Dave, you do that really good with that. I want trust. I want a man who communicates his feelings, fears, and shortcomings.
Real quick, are those three different things? Or are they all in the same thing? Because I'm just keeping count.
The communication part?
No, the last three things you bundled together like it was Jeff. Like a good neighbor.
A man who communicates his feelings, fear, and shortcomings. That's my
Those three different things. Are they all in the same?
Three different
things. Okay, cool.
Three different things.
No, I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure I'm on 23 and not 20. That's all.
Oh shit!
I'm just trying to.
I want a strong bond. I want a strong bond and friendship with my man.
Okay.
I want someone who doesn't try to force me to be someone else, who doesn't try to make me wear weave or makeup if I'm not that type of person.
Yes.
I want a manly man who's good with his hands and doesn't wear his pants too tight.
Those two different things, right? Those two different things.
One thing. It's grouped as one.
It's a bundle package. Okay.
Let her cook. She's not talking to us.
I see what Sherrod's doing.
She's submitting her prayer to God. Let her go. Go ahead.
I'm almost finished, guys. Don't worry.
Take your time.
I want an adventurous man who likes the beach and playing basketball. I want an affectionate man. I want a man who can spell.
The affectionate man was number 4. You said that was number 4.
Let her cook.
I said PDA.
Let her cook.
Right, stop interrupting.
Continue.
Okay. I want a man who could spell and speak well. Okay. A man who doesn't smoke, drink, or gamble.
Oh shit.
A man.
Keep going. Go ahead. Continue.
Okay. I'm almost done. I want a man who's self-sufficient, thoughtful, decent-sized penis with good girth.
Define decent. Define decent.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
What's the minimum amount of entry?
The minimum length is like 4.5 length, but it has to be a good size. Like it got to be. Anyways,
continue.
I want a lot of head, and by head I mean oral sex. Okay. I want him to prioritize me over his friends. I want a man who's not easily influenced. I want a man who is respected in his community. A man who can teach me things. One who inspires me to be better. Someone who makes life more enjoyable. And lastly, someone who learns how to take care of me before I need to be taken care of. And that goes to the ass wiping. Look at the plumber. Is that a plumber?
Proactive. Okay.
Now let me tell you what she just did. She let her request be known to God. She put it out in the universe. She spoke it into existence. She named it and claimed it. Whatever you want to call it, that's what she just did. That's what I did on Kendra.
Well, then I'm 90% because I matched all of that except 2 things.
And it took me a year and 10 months to find it. Now I'm gonna say this, y'all. We talking about the 80 and 90. That's what she wants.
I'm the 90.
That's what she wants. And I'm gonna testify. God gonna give her everything she spoke and asked for.
You're damn right. You're damn right he will. So the beach and the cigarette. Those are the only 2 things I fail at. The beach and the cigarette.
You don't like the beach?
Is covered. You know what it is? Sand knocks out your electronics, and it takes forever to clean out your car. So I got a thing against beach.
Sherrod, did you take notes?
Yes, he did. He was taking them notes.
With a list like that, you got to take notes. Because see, you got to remember, you just gave a quantifiable list. So what men are going to do is, men are going to check every fucking box on your list. They're going to take notes. They're going to get the high-paying job so they can provide for everything on your list. You know why? Because that's the nature of a man. That's what they do. What do? Buy shiny jewelry so you can see them. Buy a fancy car so you can ride in. You goddamn right. You gotta take lists. Now, guess what? Men's list. How many things you got on your list? Just tally them, because I got the number, but I don't want to trust but verify.
My list been the same for 14 years, bro. Make time for me, fuck me, and give a damn about me.
How many things on your list, Kane?
Yeah, like 3. Yeah, like 3.
You got 3 motherfucking things on your list.
Make time for me, fuck me, and give a
damn about me. I got 29.
No. I know how many you got because I counted them and I wrote them down. You know why I did it? You know why I did it? I want you to look at the variance in lists, the things you're asking for in order for you to get not daily, weekly, monthly. Guess what the 3 things on his list are? 3 things. One of them you can do really well and satisfy the other 2. Guess what women don't do? One of them 3 things on that list, and
on a
men go
consistent
someplace else
basis.
to get on their list. If he don't do one thing on your list, he automatically goes from a 97 to a 82 if he don't go to the beach to get sand in his fucking feet.
Yeah, and my
That's not
cigarettes.
true. Why y'all be assuming so much?
Because
Hold
No,
on.
no, no,
I
no.
think
A
a
That's
lot
not
of
lot
no,
of
no,
women
no.
do
people.
do
Hold
that.
on.
I
You
have.
Hold
literally
on.
no. Hold on, Susie Pie. You literally just say that. But guess what you said? He said, "Hey, I don't necessarily like the beach," and he gave you a rational reason why. Guess what your response was? What you mean you don't like the beach? So you're already
I said
thinking in your
why. I
mind
said
he's not going to
why.
make any conception.
I'd like to say
That's not
something.
true.
I'd like
All
to.
I said was why. I was just
I'd
curious.
like
She's
to
not gonna
defend.
stress me out though.
I'd like to defend. Carl, I gotta mute you. Hold on. Let me mute you, Carl. I'm censoring. Yes, I'm
Always
censoring Carl.
call.
I'm censoring Carl. I'm censoring Carl. I am censoring Carl. Let me talk to my friend. Let me talk to Susie. Hey, Susie.
Okay.
This is what they don't understand. This is what they not understanding. You are taking a page out of the Destiny prayer book. You know the prayer of Jabez, expand my territory.
Mm-hmm.
This is the prayer of Destiny. Destiny said, "Don't bring another man in front of me that I'm gonna have feelings for unless it's my husband." Destiny had 29 things on her list. 29.
I have exactly 29 on my list. That's
And
crazy.
when we started talking, I said, "How many on your list do I check off?" She said 22. She said, "There's 7 that I gotta still figure out because I'm getting to know you. But you check off 22." I said 22 out of 29. That's pretty damn good. I'll take it. And over time, I satisfied all of them except she don't like me smoking hookah. And
And you're working on it.
I'm working on it. And she was like, I wanted a man maybe 10 years older. I didn't expect 20. So that one was a bit of an adjustment. Other than that, I was good money on all them other things out the package. The way I showed up, I was good money.
Dave,
I didn't have to
Dave,
change.
Package.
I didn't have to change shit. This is what I'm trying to say, y'all.
I'm
Dave,
giving
God
it.
will
listen
give.
up.
I'm
God will
giving up
give you what
smoking.
you want. God will bring you what you
Oh
want.
yeah. I'm gonna get. Listen, I'm giving up cigarettes right after the
This
ceremony. I swear to God.
nigga said I'm giving up
No, 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 no,
cigarettes.
I already committed
no,
to that.
We got to end
no.
the show after Shirai. Go ahead,
Hold
bro.
on a second, Dave. Let's go back to the percentages since y'all love fucking metrics. What's 22 or 29? That's a roughly about 75%, give or take.
You almost made me spit my wine out.
72 or 29 is roughly
Didn't I say that?
75%.
I said that earlier.
But watch this though. But Susie's list, you got to be 90 to 100% of everything on that list.
Well,
That's why you have it on a list.
but I check all of them except 2, the
What,
beach and the
what
cigarettes.
what's the purpose of putting something on a list if the expectation is not to gain traction of your list?
This is what I want. It doesn't mean that's the only thing I will accept.
So
These
so
There
in
you
are
other
go.
my
words,
desires. That's
you
what I'm
gave me
saying.
your Sears Roebuck Christmas list. You're basically saying those aren't the
Yes.
things you need then.
But
Hold on.
some of
Hold
them are
on.
negotiable.
Hold
That's
on.
what she's saying.
Y'all,
Some are
y'all are
negotiable.
forgetting something. Preferences,
Right.
desires. See, listen, man.
Right.
Hold on.
Right.
I'm taking over the show because y'all done pissed me off. Listen, man. God said, delight yourself in the Lord, and He'll give you the desires of your heart, not the requirements, the preferences, the needs and the wants of the possibilities, and not the red flags of. No, tell the Lord what you want. Delight yourself in Him, and He will give you what you want. She got to know what she wants. She knows what she wants. She enumerated it 29 times.
I like that.
Let her stand on it. We don't need to question it. We don't need to ask no. Let her stand on what the hell she wants. That's her prayer. Let her have it. And on that note, guess what? We done. It's 2.5 hours. I'll see y'all next week. Let
Yay.
her say what she wants. That's
You
it.
go, Susie.
Hey,
Susie, God gonna give you what you want, Susie.
I got 27 out of 29.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day, y'all. He gonna give you what you want, Susie.